Yes. Oh, get your grandmother here. Get your mother here, because we are gonna have a great show today.
I'm bringing them from a grave. I'm bringing them from the grave. They're coming back. They're coming back.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the It Is What It Is podcast once again every single Saturday right here on the channel. Now, it is what it is. We have always wanted to have on the man, the myth, the legend, MrTLexify.
Hello, lads. Hello, lads.
The It Is What It Is podcast will never be the same again. Leave his mark.
For a lot of reasons.
Listen. Nah, you guys had a legendary guy on your last couple of podcasts. Greg, how am I supposed to top my man? How am I supposed to top my man's, dude? He's a legend in himself, dude.
It's hard
There's no way.
How will you?
Listen, when me and Yediah were sitting down, making this podcast, it was originally Truth Be Told. You know, you go through those name changes, you bob a little bit.
We're gonna tell about the one you suggested whenever we were switching to It Is What It Is.
Got balls.
Got balls, and I shut that down so fast. I shut that down so fast.
Today,
Turbo, we're not calling the podcast "Got Balls."
I think that would have been mega funny, but like.
It would have
been great, dude. I love both. Got balls is
got balls. But got balls, you know why? Here's the thing, though. You know, if a parent asks, "Oh, John, what are you watching?" "Ma, I'm watching Got Balls, Ma." I thought you block us for to talk to your cousins on the Xbox. You have to talk about balls. Yeah, what's happening? But Lex, we were writing down on a piece of paper at the point where it was Call of Duty World War II. You know, I was scratching up, video ideas, just post them and shit. And then me and Yediah was like, you know what? Let's do a podcast. And we started writing down guests who we want to have on the show. Then we wrote on a different piece of paper who we think we would never, ever get to have on the show. One, because
you were number one of the list.
One, because we might Lex, he's a busy person, he's doing what he got to do. But then the second part is he honestly might be fucking crazy enough to not,
we know how often he shows up for that other show. We know how often he shows up for that.
Yeah, I do not want Lex, my grandmother might, the defibrillator might go off. It might happen. Listen, but Lex, honestly, first of all, many people do not know you. Where are you right now? Many people are still in Canada.
The attic.
No, So this is actually an attic. So what ended up happening was I moved to Bristol to like live closer to Mile and stuff and do Black Ops 4, right? And so basically about halfway through, we got knowing me,
I wonder why you wanted to live closer to him.
Well, because we live in a flat, right? It's so funny because the first thing I saw when I first got into the flat was "Don't make noise after 10 p.m."
You're right, well,
and lads, here I am, right? So, within the first month, I got a noise complaint. So Liam and I had to switch rooms, and now I'm in like the top part of the flat. So even if I yell, scream, if I die, nobody's gonna hear me.
No one can hear you.
It's great. It's great.
Like Liam probably puts you in there. Listen, Lex, no one can see you now. Get the it, and that's it.
It was funny as hell because he was sitting in bed and he's on his phone, and I'm like, Liam, we got a noise complaint, and he's just like, shit.
Now, what does one noise complaint say to MrTLexify? Like what is it? Like, what did they go in detail? Like,
well, they did.
We heard you say chicken twat, and we got so scared, and what do they say?
Well, the funniest part was on the same day, it was actually two people that noise complaint. There was somebody below me, and then somebody to the left of the wall. And I had no idea that they were two different people until my landlord told me. And then it was so funny because when they told me, like, they were just like, yeah, I just heard this, like, Canadian boy. He just yelled the whole time. And I was just like, well, yeah, that's gotta be me.
You're a little girl, like, scraping at me.
Well, this is, again, keep in mind, this was when Black Ops 4 came out, so this was just 24 hours of me yelling at Brutus, screaming at Nine. Like, it was.
Like,
it was.
I think he's crazy. Time. He's just yelling things about some shadow man, and I'm scared.
Like, I'm actually so curious as to how that conversation would have gone. Like, you're trying to sleep, and you just hear like, "God damn it!"
Like Blundell. Did we rent an apartment to a Blundell? Like who?
And the funniest part is the bed was right underneath where my bed was, so they just heard everything. They woke up to the sound of everything. I was going all night. I'm on the U.S. time schedule in the UK. They heard it all.
God,
they heard it all. It was great. And it took them a while to actually give me a noise complaint. It was like a couple of weeks. So good on you.
Until they saw blood just to dissipate from the then they were like, "This."
That's the last straw, right? But
the last straw. We got to talk to Milo or something. But yeah. So what's a part of your gang there? You got a gang? Like what? So what's the gang?
A little bit of a gang, right? It's I would say it's like a lot of the UK boys. Like, okay, well, so far in the gang of Bristol. Okay, the Bristol shoot 'em up gang that I'm in. We've got Liam Winter, crazy guy. He'll come after you. He's right underneath me. We got Milo about 20 minutes away. Crazy guy. He'll come after you, right? You know? He'll write you up on the whiteboard. Okay. And then we go way into London. We got some boys. We got some people like MrTLexify JD.
Wow.
I think you may have heard of him. Codename Pizza.
Who the hell is MrTLexify JD?
MrTLexify JD. But well, we're actually like, I think in about 2 days, we're going to some esports award show that I was invited to for some reason. I was actually, it was crazy. Yeah, no, it was in London. I was actually invited to present an award, and I turned down the offer.
Why?
And I turned down the offer because I told the guy, I don't think I'm going to make it in time to present the award.
They're like, oh, it's at 9 a.m. by the way. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I'm sorry, I can't be doing that, dude. My sleep schedule is way too dusted for that right now.
Why? Would you say no?
Well, like, listen, the offer is still on the table.
Wait, did you know like what award it was?
No, so I didn't know what the award was. I don't know who I was giving it to, but it was probably just like, yo, biggest trigger finger in the East, boys.
watch the awards, and it's Ninja, and then Ninja.
Dude, could you imagine?
And here's Jesus.
Who introduced my name is getting 50,000 of my. And then he's hugging him, caressing him, just having a good time. And you're just crying there. Miles' turtleneck's growing by the minute. And you're just like, oh my God.
The thing is, okay, this is the way I think of it. If it was Ninja, why would they ask me, dude? Why would they ask me?
They saw the tweets.
They saw your impersonation. Yeah, they were just so impressed.
I just come as Ninja to, again, re-dye the hair.
They don't watch you.
Yeah.
They're coming for you, man. Listen, they're coming for you.
Maybe.
Hey, Lex, listen, a lot of shit's going on in your life recently, and we're going to get into a lot of things BO4 today. And first and foremost, we ask every one of our guests after on the show after Black Ops 4 has been out. So we're going to ask you, just in general, you can go into a paragraph, you can write a novel. What are your overall opinions on just Black Ops 4 zombies in general?
Well, this one's definitely going.
If you could put a little, like, little comment.
A little comment, right? First off, this one's definitely going on the Reddit. But honestly, like, my overall view of the game, like, it really, like, I dissect it like this, right? If you're a casual player, this game is like your fucking wet dream. It's so fun. Like, it's got all the maps you want. It's got a lot of crazy game modes. Like, I personally really like Rush. I know a lot of people sleep on the game mode. But like, I actually love Rush. But as a hardcore fan, I think this game majorly disappoints. Like the classified Easter egg. I know I don't even want to go straight into this already.
We got time for that one.
We got time.
Listen,
man,
my ass is ready to.
Like, okay. I have a scheduled video coming out while I'm in London about why 9 is the best map on Black Ops 4. So at the top for me, it's 9. And then right underneath it's classified. But man, that Easter egg just sucks, bro. Yeah. Like that Easter egg, like around 150, it's a great idea, but if you could actually get to there, that's when it's okay, you know? And like,
yeah.
We got time.
A lot of people say though, like they have all the tools there, like they have 4 entire maps, but there's like a lot of missed opportunity in terms of mechanics.
The thing I noticed, Blundell sort of has like a hard-on for doing, right? It's like he likes bringing back something and then just saying, let's take away your favorite things about it. So for example, like Classified, no Pentagon Thief, even though he's in the actual intro. Blood of the Dead, no Golden Gate Bridge.
How many times though people said just, you know, he's too much of a ball buster to even bring back?
But still though, he could have been a boss fight. He could have been
boss fight. We were all thinking until what happened.
Yeah. All right, imagine if it was just Project Skady, right? And you do that, you go into Area 51, the Pentagon Thief is there, you kill him, you get the cutscene. It's as simple as that. That's all they needed to do, right?
Yeah.
I think round 150 is cool, but man, how did they not test the game? That's the thing that kills me. That kills me.
Didn't they say they tested the game and like everybody went to like round 100 on every single map and nothing happened?
When we went to Treyarch to go early, Blundell specifically said that every day they had devs getting to round 100 plus.
There's no way.
And that's what I mean. There's no way.
Crazy.
Like unless they were playing on. Or like... They might have been playing on some pre-patch version of the game, but like for some reason, every patch that they introduce in the game, it just like slowly breaks. The game even more.
I've been seeing a lot of just Blackout too. They're trying to fix Blackout as much as possible, and I feel like zombies. And this has been going on recently with the double XP thing. Double XP. With the Nebulian plasma, which sounds like a gynecologist tool, but
it's ridiculous.
It's so iconic to see double XP on both Blackout and multiplayer. Zombies is blank.
It's a black dust. It's just nothing. It's just absolutely. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, dude, that actually infuriates me because it's like we've been asking for years, and especially when Blundell goes out and say this is the most customizable zombies ever. It's like, are you sure though? But are you sure though?
You know what's funny? I like what they did with the Halloween season with zombies. I like the paint stuff like that. However, and I was seeing a lot of people say this underneath the tweet of Treyarch and their double X the Nebulian plasma and then the double XP for Blackout multiplayer, but it's like people are saying, why not give us a class tier like Blackout and multiplayer, like a tier where you play zombies, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, you get everything, you can get a weapon here, but you want to know what though? Let them do it. They'll fuck it up too. They'll fuck it up.
Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing. Some people are saying that that's going to be factions. You know, when that finally gets into the game, it is going to be a tier-based system.
Yeah.
But then the reason is like, why didn't they just not include that into the game when Blackout got it, right? Like
many people forget this too, though. I was talking about this, I think, on another podcast too, or another podcast I was on. There was people also forget too. This game came out a month earlier. Now, many people can say there's a month. Many people are forgetting that factor, though. That month was still there, that they could have had time to polish maybe something a little. Maybe that 1 month, somebody would have spurred out, oh, shit, even though the game's technically done still, we're still working on it all the way to release. Could have been the month we work on the boost screens. That month we could have worked on something, stability, whatever. You know? It's just...
I feel like the classified cutscene points to that too. Like it looks so awkward. I don't know. Like a lot of people point out, it's kind of like awkward animation. It's just kind of random. Not like the cutscene in general, but the way it's put together.
See,
the place doesn't even look rendered too. Like only like the cells rendered and the character models. It looks like they can literally just climb out of the cage.
Like somebody's giving a little boost.
Get them out of there.
And they're not even. It doesn't even like say how they got in there. It's just like all of a sudden they're just there.
Get on my back, boy.
coming up.
Exactly.
Shit. And you know what's funny too? I was watching it, and then right away people are like, oh. You were so used to saying if there's no blood in the vials, now there is no blood vials. Is it a truck trouble? Is it just the whoop-a-doop cycle?
Dude,
Nick had a boner. Reed had a fucking. He
had a
Reed died.
blood clot everywhere. Dude, I honestly
in front of his
don't
whiteboard.
When you saw the trailer for the first time, now once again we'll get more into it, but just in general, when you saw the trailer for the quality purposes, what did you think right away? Because right away we got in cartoon mode. That was the first trailer, the cartoon mode. Yeah. Even that we were like, that was basically one of Kone Pizza's gameplays. It's like
dude, I love Ben. I remember when I was making like Black Ops 3 videos, and Ben asked, he's like, "Yo, how do you make your gameplay look so good?" And I'm like, "Oh, you just bump up the saturation." But man, it's not been the same.
You did that to him? You did that to him?
That turned into 100.
Oh no! Oh no!
We told him go up to 22. Yeah, my okay.
22. I love it. I also love it when people like fiddle with the hue bar and like the gameplay looks pink and stuff. Like that's mega funny.
There's some pink gameplay for you.
Yeah, I remember one time I was watching your gameplay. I was like, "Are you colorblind?" And then you were like, I was like, "All right, okay."
No, Jack did that at the Z house. That was really funny. Oh, yeah. But back to Classified though.
Yeah.
I watched that ending cutscene and I was just confused. Like,
were you able to see it?
I was able to see it, and okay, this is one thing I'm gonna say, right? Because with the cartoon mode that it came out, this is something I personally don't understand, just as a business point, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to watermark the whole cutscene, okay, this is something. And you're the only people that have the cutscene. Why even bother giving it to the other people? They could have just like monopolized the cutscene and just kept it up until somebody got it, you know? Because like I feel like everybody got this like scuffed looking cutscene with all his watermarks just for no reason, when like we could have just waited for somebody to glitch it again and get it actually with the right filter. And I don't know, just that whole situation, stupid. The Classified ending. I don't
listen, I was gonna wait to go to this, but listen, I guess what? We can't keep dodging it. We're gonna get into it now, I guess. Lex is like that. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking
elephant, dude.
Yeah, I've been very excited. I found for the first time.
Oh god.
They're not circles.
Oh my
god,
yo.
Shape.
Dude,
look at me.
Dude, I've never seen tricks outside of California when I went a couple times.
What does it mean fruity shapes are back?
That's what I'm saying. Remember you used to get the dog turds. You get the dog turds.
Circles, yeah.
Now we got the berries. Look at that.
I think that's like the
those look
very
like
original.
Flowers, dog.
That looks like the early stage of chlamydia. Then you go.
There's no way I'm eating that. Yeah.
That looks like, is that a tangerine?
That looks like a croissant.
Yeah.
That looks like a nuke just turned sideways.
The new fruity croissant.
Look, he's fucking excited. Look at his fucking face. He's
like,
you can't stand fuck my bitch. I'm running with this.
He's like, hell yeah, I want some of that early stage chlamydia. Hell yeah, let's do it.
They're getting drugged with sugar and just look at all these.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude,
yo, cereal rebranding out here, it's a major thing, dude. It's a corporation, dude.
There's no more toys in the boxes. You know how excited I used to be when Shrek was coming out and what was that dragon called in Shrek? That girl, she was a dragon. And you know, I got Donkey and Shrek. You used to be so excited by like Fruity Pebbles.
You get like free short films in the boxes, just like entire discs.
Now you SAT review packets in the cereal. Now they don't want you to buy cereal. The SAT review packets.
Yeah,
bro. Rest in peace, Toys R Us, man.
Yeah,
my boy.
We think about you. We love you.
Every time we go offline, I have an offline video, and you can see the fainted words of Toys R Us, and they pop the Halloween spirit story.
Bro,
it's like just defacing a grave.
Despicable.
I'm being 100% real right now. When I saw that image with the giraffe and the sign saying that, dude, I almost shed a tear, dude. I almost shed a tear. Dude, that actually hurt, dude.
I used to
almost had a man tear just going down the cheek.
My grandmother, we used to always go there. We used to get the toy. I would always get the biggest thing. And then now the giraffe's unemployed right now. Where's the giraffe?
He's dead, dude.
Lex,
He's dead.
Give the giraffe a job or something, honestly. This giraffe needs someone to go. You're going to see him on the corner selling ass in 2 weeks. He can't have this happen.
He's dead, dude.
He's dead? Wait a minute. What the fuck? He's dead?
Bro, what else could he have done?
He's somewhere like in the Bahamas or something.
He's making iPhones now.
Up in some like Chinese sweatshop.
The giraffe
That's the only toy kids play on anymore. He's just making iPhones now.
He gives a review. He gives a review on like he works in China at like a Chinese factory, and he'll say, "Listen, bitch, this is the giraffe in Toys R Us. I know you said a meal. Help me. Here's the answer."
So chat says that the giraffe actually just went ahead and started QA testing for Black Ops 4.
And that's why the game is unfunctional, boys. Thank you, Toys R Us.
Oh
okay, all right, let's get to my classified paper now.
Oh,
Yellow paper for
It's got
each
like a
topic,
book.
just one.
So let me also address this. When I was throughout the week, well, this happened all like on Monday, Tuesday this week, early this week, right? This happened early in the week, and I said to myself, I said, we need to have someone on that can know how to talk about this the right way.
Yeah, because we were talking. You were like, when should we?
Where's JC?
Where's JC? No, yeah, actually, where's JC?
Listen, one day we're gonna have you and JC both on. That's gonna be
things people say on the It Is What It Is podcast.
It's just gonna be him and I arguing the whole time.
Milo's gonna come in, guys.
Yeah, wait, yeah, hey. Chill out, dude. Chill out.
Hey guys, chill out. Here's my whiteboard. Look at it.
Hey. I wrote it all down, dude. I transcripted the whole podcast. Let's look at it again, dude.
Remember in school when like sometimes you would get in trouble and like they're like, okay, I'm not gonna give you guys any more attention. If you see your name on the board, you gotta say after lunch, and they're just like write it as you're talking. I remember in English, I was just sitting down, and then I'm looking at the board and it says Matthew T, and I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess I ain't gonna. Little stuff. Mile goes, oh yeah, Lex, and you're like, oh man, and you just go.
No, dude, that's serious. I'm not gonna. They write my name on the boards, and I'm out.
We gotta get to this.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, Turbo and I were talking earlier this week, and we were Turbo's like, yo, so like, when should we ask Lex to come on? I'm like, dude, Lex is pissed about Classified. Just ask him now. Like, he like cares a lot about Classified.
Bro, like
now's the perfect time.
When I first heard about it, I was in London with Liam, right? And
yeah,
dude, I was on like I quit Garage Crovey levels of rage. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Round
beyond
71.
ridiculous.
exactly. Let's bring that up now. Listen, I'm all one for me and Vinny are on this train. Listen, it's a broken game. Okay, it's a broken game. All fucking ties are off.
Yeah,
It's a broken game. How can you break a broken game? Now, I have more to go on with this. That's just Vinny's very strong opinion on it, and I have to agree with it a little bit. But also, many people aren't taking this into fact. So, when you first heard about it, did you first get the details on like how it was solved, the stuff and stuff happening?
Yeah, I figured out that it was a glitch. I figured out who did it. I figured out when they did it and like how the community is taking it. And I think the part I'm most upset with is how the community takes it, because I think the way that the community takes something this broken so seriously, in my opinion, is absolutely pathetic. Like it's
high school drama.
It's so bad. Like it is so pathetic that I see people and they're out there and they want to report people for doing the Easter egg. Like, are you?
And then personal fucking like issues in DMs getting leaked about people. Like, listen to me. If this is gonna happen over a fucking zombies Easter egg, why do we need to start up this whole entire like train of like hate and okay, you did it this way, no more respect for you, block on fire, like have we got to the point where Easter eggs are literally can be the most fun thing of this community or the worst thing? And what I'm trying to bring back is the point where when Garage Crovey, the situation Garage Crovey, when that team did the Undead Man walking glitch and they solved it first, they didn't get the tweet from Treyarch saying congratulations on getting first in the world. JC, JFK, they got that that tweet. Now, many people forget about that. Now, does that confirm basically Treyarch standards of what they could seem first in the world? Because first in the world would be the blueprint way of getting it, no glitches, no hacks. That's first in the world. Getting it with an exploit or something like that, and then, you know, like you said, from like that business marketing aspect of the watermarks and the first in the world titles, and you know, one of the people wasn't even in the game.
Yeah.
Wasn't even in the game.
Yeah.
With the two other people. I guess they were in a party with each other, because I remember, and I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at it. That's the night me and Jack were up late at night, like 5 o'clock in the morning. We're looking at it, and then I'm about to go to bed, and then I see the cutscene. I have a picture of the cutscene, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way they all sync. How'd they all get it first? I just saw him on 73 a couple hours ago. You know? So that's what I'm trying to get from you. Like, how do your aspects on the whole first in the world thing? Do you think they should be titled the first in the world?
Well, this is how I think about it. I think I see Garage and Classified as two different scenarios, because Garage was a functional Easter egg day one. It was always functional, so that makes sense as to why the people that got first were not actually considered first, even though they glitched. The difference here with Classified is that this is this Easter egg that is broken, and it should not be, in my opinion, taken seriously. So this is how I think about it. I look at Classified, and like, I don't even consider the cutscene as an Easter egg. I just kind of consider like it was there, and like whoever got it first, it doesn't really matter,
Cypher level.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, I consider it as like nobody really got it first, because it just kind of happened. It's broken.
Especially after this Easter egg, we're gonna complain about it. This one in particular, where from launch we were even skeptical on which was actually an Easter egg or not. And I feel like an Easter egg in my heart, a zombies Easter egg should be something that you're doing in a game. You know, even if the step you have to do, pulling a lever, something like that, making a difference in the map. It would have been awesome to, like, let's say, for example, like the ground broke out when you pack a punch and you can walk up to the
there were so many
things you could do that. I feel like once again we got the three, and listen, we're blessed with 3 maps. We got with Treyarch, we got 3 maps. They delivered on that aspect. However, once again, anytime there's a bonus map, we got the giant dilemma all over again. I feel like we got a lot more with the Classified than the giant. However, it's just like the giant, we were expecting more from. To be honest with you, I'm probably still sure there's probably still people today with the not back in the middle. They still hit something in the giant. They still have something, you know. So like, Classified, I feel like I don't think after all of that should have happened on this map in particular.
I think people take it too seriously. I think people are taking this cutscene like it's the end of the world. The only reason why I would ever take it seriously, okay, now hear me out, because I think if this happens, this is the stupidest part, is if there's a super Easter egg and you have to do the Classified Easter egg to get the super Easter egg. Because when you go onto the map, that would suck. That would suck, because if you don't get the cutscene, that doesn't count as a completion, which is stupid. And like that, like, I think as like, honestly, as Treyarch, I would be mega embarrassed, because this is the thing is like, when I have gone to Treyarch for a lot of the Black Ops 3 like DLC stuff, like we were asking questions, and we kind of figured out that the version that Treyarch has of the game can be very different from the version that the actual consumer gets. And for some reason, this like disconnect has not been solved even ever since Black Ops 3. And like in Black Ops 3, it's just kind of ridiculous that it's still happening now, and how sure, maybe at Treyarch and their version of the game, they can still get to round 150. But in the consumer version of the game, we're getting blue screens like not even around 100. So like, I don't know, man.
Now it's the way of the game. Now it's the blue screens is the way of the fucking. When I tell you the first blue screen I got, I felt it. Like like you feel it. Like the energy just drains.
All of a sudden, your game's just over. Like it just cuts it all. Like right.
But you look at Revelations. Revelations, I would say, is when blue screens came super prominent, right? Yeah. And literally within the first week, not even of Revelations, blue screens were solved. They were solved. They were done. But then this game just releases with a billion of them, and it's still not solved. And like the Treyarch doesn't even know what the problems are, which is why they had to add this system to track every Easter egg step to figure it out. I think that's mega embarrassing to be honest.
I would have to say it's probably the new engine they're using. Like, aren't they like using a new engine for this game?
I don't think so. I think it's the same.
I
think it's just because they're streamlining so much information for this game, and that it takes up so much memory for even just a little PS4, that it's just quite a miracle that this game even exists on the console.
Yeah.
I'll never forget watching Noah's soul leave his body when he blue screened on the Rev Easter egg at like 4 in the morning, like in the boss fight. I'll never forget. He looked like he wanted to die.
There were rumors that Black Ops 4 was intended to be made for the PS5. And then brought back, switch, and whatever. They said, no, you got to make it for the PS4. We're not going to be done with the PS5 for a long time. That was a rumor I saw on on Reddit, and also I believe I heard it from some people in the community, and I was like, really? Very.
I feel like PS5 is still like a ways out. Like I feel like that's like Elder Scrolls 6 type of a ways out, you know?
Yeah, I'm ready for a new content.
But I don't know. I like Black Ops 4. It's just so weird to me how a lot of these things, like, it feels like in a way that a lot of improvements on Black Ops 3 just kind of weren't what we wanted or expected. Like, everything to me in Black Ops 4 just feels really underpowered compared to Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Not even compared to Black Ops 3, like compared to Black Ops 2, for God's sakes. Like, everything just feels super underpowered, and you have to do way more to get it. Like, do I like that double tap got replaced by 4 pack punches, and we were supposed to figure that out somehow?
Yeah.
No.
Nowadays, it doesn't even matter what gun you use nowadays.
Yeah.
They're all basically the same.
Someone was like, so like, what's the best gun in Black Ops 4? I'm like, well, they're all kind of like trash. Like you pretty much
there is no good gun.
If you're not using a wonder weapon, and not even that, even if you're using a wonder weapon, just use the traps.
That's how good.
Aside from like maybe the Mog in the Vapor.
The best point on 9 is just to get the pistol pack-a-punch, because I mean you just wall by ammo. There's like no point in getting it.
This is the thing. I actually just it's funny you guys bring this up, because I have a top 5 guns list that I just actually wrote out, and the thing that I feel like people sleep on the most in this game, there's 2 guns. So one is actually the SDM sniper rifle. That thing is like,
you see, I don't pick up snipers in the fucking.
Yeah. See, did you guys ever use the SVU back in like Die
Rise?
It's literally like that. It's exactly like that. And for some reason on PC, the SDM is better because of the precision or some type. Maybe there's more damage or something. I don't know how that's a thing, but that's a thing. And then also, you guys need to try this. If you go on the 9 boss fight, bring the Helion. You literally like 2-shot the boss.
And in Voyage too. If you bring the Helion in the Voyage Easter egg, oh my god, you're gonna get it done.
Mega intense. Like the Helion is great, but again, I think the Mog is still your best bet.
Yeah, I can see why people sleep on the Helion, because like all the past launchers have been pretty shitty.
No, like this is the first game that launchers have been good since.
Shit, I think like Black Ops 1.
Like Black Ops 1? Yeah, it's been like 10 years, bro.
I mean, yeah, it reminds me of like Black Ops 2 a little bit with the freaking war weapons and like the war weapons and everything like that. You know how Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3 was when you first played. And by the way, I just say a little something here?
Whenever he starts raising his arm, you know.
And you know it's gonna get crazy when he starts fiddling with the mic.
You know, in these trailers in the summer, we saw the Brekkie and the Drakon.
I feel like those are just placeholders.
The Drakon gave me an orgasm of it. Awesome playing just throughout. Are you? What is it? Watch Milo ask him, and then Blundell be like, "Well, it's a time travel thing." Both.
Yeah, no, dude. Honestly, I actually think those two guns were taken out because of community response.
Everyone hates the Brecci. Yeah,
everyone hates the Brecci.
Oh, multiplayer! Oh my god, the multiplayer community can't stand the Brecci.
It's just like a meme. It's like a meme now. Right?
Yeah,
it's just like a complete joke.
So they replaced it with the trash
was
SG.
Amazing. Maybe they replaced the Dracon with the SDM.
I wanted to say, like, I saw it on the board when they were Void Despair, who Scarlet was running with it. Then you have Shaw, you know, the tough guy walking around,
tough
just
guy,
like
tough old guy, dude.
Yeah. Hey, I would have loved the Dracon. The Dracon walking the giant bing bing. You're there for 80 rounds.
Well, like, nice. The thing is, though,
they could have just brought back the Brecci for just zombies too.
Yeah.
Like, they could have just brought it back as like a zombies thing in the box.
Zombie gun, you can only put camos on it. That would have been awesome. You could put camo, the attachment.
I just think the SG though is like the Brecci, and then the STM is like the Dracon. They have the replacements, but like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I am glad that a lot of Black Ops 3 guns didn't come back, because I think that would have been a major copy paste, and everybody would have been like super.
It's more original now.
Yeah, that's what they would copy and paste. Like, you know, we have people, you know, even in this community, it's not even like giving the game a chance because of like just seeing like a lot of things. Like one person I see who, by the way, love his inspirations, stuff like that, and love for the freaking zombies community. Rizzo, he has a respectful comment on Black Ops 4, but you never see him in this for a publicly. Like everybody's expecting, oh yeah, Black Ops 4 Rizzo rendered. He's like, fuck you. I'm saying World War II. Well, I don't know what you're talking
Rizzo hates Black Ops 4. I don't know.
What's a Black Ops 4?
See, I feel the exact opposite. Like, I'm like that for World War II, man. Yeah. Like I
can't take it.
Yeah, I really cannot play that game. Like,
I never even bought a DLC for that game. I don't have any DLCs.
That's it.
Well, and that's what I mean. DLC 3 and 4 on World War II are the first 2 Easter eggs in zombies history that I've never done, and that I'm never going to do. Yeah,
damn.
Because like I actually just had no motivation. I remember like starting up my first game on like the Frozen Dawn. Like what? What map is that?
What started up and is the Frozen Dawn? That sounds like a freaking bootleg in punk rock band.
But yeah, we've talked. Yeah, because we said like all the World War II DLC names just sound like really generic, like the Shadowed Throne. It's just like they take like a description and just throw it onto something.
The Final Reich.
The same thing about Black Ops 4, where it's like, okay, we have Electric Cherry. Why change Electric Cherry? Electric Burn. It literally sounds like you walk into the supermarket and you see the generic
off brand.
Come try an electric
fruity rice.
Bro, it's not even that, dude. Like, look at the nerf Widow's wine got.
Like Deadshot Dealer. Like, come on. Like, and first of all, you keep standing up, you kick, and crit people alive. You keep those 3 perks.
The thing though, the thing I think, like, I had a conversation about Blundell about this before the game. I actually told him, I said, Blundell, this is gonna get some people mega fucking frustrated. Like, people are gonna be pissed off. And like, basically his explanation, his explanation was that they made the perk system like this so that throughout the game's life cycle, they can actually add more perks, because not all the perks are broken and like, you know, that are like super clutch. So it's like, why have Widow's Wine when you can split it up into 3 perks? Obviously it makes the game underpowered, but like it adds for more variety. So I don't know. As a gameplay aspect, as a developer aspect, that's what you want. That's the thing.
No, of course.
But as a player, I don't give a fuck. Give me the best shit.
To add, the reason why they did this new perk system was because people would use the same perks: quick revive, stamina, speed cold, etc. But now we still use the same perks. Like, I always wanted quick, stamina, electric burst, or like dying wish or whatever, and stamina, whatever.
I think like regardless, you're always gonna have crutch perks, but like the game falls into the same thing. The most crutch perk I think in Black Ops 4 is stamina. If you do not have that as your modifier, you're done. Like,
that thing is like boss.
That thing.
Humble of the Dead.
Good to
That
know.
thing's a lifesaver.
Yeah. Dude, try it out. Run stamina up on the modifier. My boy, you're gonna be zooming. You're gonna be zooming.
And run Path of Sorrows too. You're gonna be just
Run
gone.
Path of Sorrows or run the Chakrams. You're gonna be zooming out there, dude.
You're just gonna be gone. You're gonna be right next to the docks. The next second, you're gonna be at spawn.
You're gonna be zooming, and then you got like Quick Revive, which is basically the jug of this game. Like you regen health faster. It's basically your Juggernaut.
I basically just put all of Jug's qualities in the Quick Revive.
And Dying Wish kind of too.
Dying Wish, but more so, I think another super clutch perk for me at least is Victorious Tortoise.
Oh
I love that
Then
perk.
you put me onto that, and the thing, I was like this, and like, and then I hit. I hear an explosion. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I see I have no more shield, and I'm like, okay, go.
Dude, it's so good for Easter egg runs like 9, where you can instantly like deflect all the damage that the boss can one hit you for.
Especially when you're doing that step inside the shield room too. Like it's even better in that room.
Yeah, mostly because of the explosion after. Because like even if there's like they're all around you and you pull it out and you're protected from all sides, it literally just spreads them out from you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Folks, I mean, what you call? We have much more of a show to go on. However, I'm feeling a little, new segment of Boombot Splits, guys. If you haven't, Lex, also, if you want to put on a stream real fast to see Boombot's Blitz. This week, Vinny has a little something to say about the classified Easter egg, and also emails. If you ever get annoyed, if you ever been to college and you get those annoying emails to file for this and file for that.
Wait, Lex, are you familiar with Boombot Splits? Like the concept?
I am. Okay. I watched the one with Greg, so I have a bit of a.
That one was hilarious.
Here is the third segment of Boombot Splits.
Here we go!
Boombot Splits.
All right.
Boombot Splits.
I'll put up the stream.
Boombot Splits.
I'm on it already.
I'm Vinny Boombot.
I'm ready. Boombot Splits. Boombot Splits. Sing it with me, people.
So now we're outside here. If you could turn around real quick, we'll see that we ain't no bitches. You already recording? We ain't no bitches. We ain't no bitches.
Very dark out. Don't know where we are, but guess what? We're doing it. Boombot Splits. This is the third segment of Boombot Splits. Now, let me tell you something. Dark. You probably can hear only from your left eardrum. Well, guess what? Deal with it. Go scratch your grandmother's ass, and let's get on Boombot Splits.
All right, guys. It's dark. It's cold. It's freezing. But I think we get a little colder. Now, this episode of Boombot Splits is brought to you by Cryo Freeze Double Pack-A-Punch. Now, as you can see, right now, ice is being poured down my thing, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about today, you guys don't know something about me. I just started college recently, okay? I'm in college, you know, I'm doing the works, doing some fun shit right now, but however, that still doesn't stop. Fucking college emails.
You just give up and put
like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with your fucking email from Iona College? Fucking, everything was fine, you know, I usually deal with it today. I'm feeling fine, I get it today. We urge you to file for FastFood. Now that's a fucking threat. That is a fucking threat. Oh, my fucking gallons is blue. Puma growing out of my stomach. Fuck is this all about? Switching over to our second topic of the week. The classified Easter egg. Now, everyone's in there fucking debating about, is it right? Is it wrong? Am I being bullied right now? And honestly, my opinion is, if you break a broken game, you're not breaking it. Fair game to all. Now, this episode of Boombot Blitz is definitely going to kill me. I've initially felt 85% of my body. We are now striking back to 25.
Get him to sign a waiver.
Oh yeah, sure, Joe. Put the fucking bag over my stomach. I've now developed some sort of cryo baby. Out of this is Misty. Misty is growing, bitches. I can't feel 85.
Gonna force feed him.
Oh my god! Oh!
This has been Boombot Blitz.
Oh my god!
Oh, we're going.
What a brave soldier.
This is so bad. This is so bad. Are you cold?
Cryo.
Guys, help! I was attacked. This is a hate crime.
It might be in both.
Did you say anything about zombies? Yeah.
All right, what should I do right now?
Enjoy the rest of the show, of
Salute
course.
to our chief Vinny.
Hey,
You weren't even listening.
I just love how the person was behind you. I'm surprised you didn't be like, what the fuck they doing?
That was this week's segment of Boombots. Guys,
That was honestly the funniest.
what I told you.
That was hilarious.
Podcast. You're getting a fucking show.
There it is.
My
Shout out to
stomach hurts a
Vinny.
little bit.
Shut up, my boy.
My stomach is
our
frozen
brave
for
trooper,
Boombots.
Vinny.
Lex, Vinny would love to hear your words on this segment.
Oh yes. Okay. I'm ready to go.
You ready,
I'm
Vinny?
ready to go. Vinny. That was mega funny, dude. Honestly, though, dude, I fucking love that man. I watched your documentary on AR gaming. And dude, yes, I thought it was awesome because I wanted to know because when I met you at ZWC,
Yeah.
like you introduced yourself as Turbo.
Yeah.
And I looked you up, and it's still at the time. I think it said either AR Gaming or AR Turbo.
Artificial gaming, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah, I know.
So I watched it. I was like, oh, that's super interesting because it's like, dude, I find it so funny because like I feel like everybody usually starts in like one of those like Call of Duty clans, and then it just kind of like. Just kind of goes from somewhere.
Like, Mom, I made it. We got a clan.
Yeah, boys, we got it, dude.
We have a 5% discount on jerky.
It was
a 5% discount.
It was the time, man, and I feel like, and this is a great, and I'm very happy. This is you're making me doing great transitions here, Lex.
I'll tell you.
He got you. Don't worry, he got you.
Talk about it a little bit. Lex as a YouTuber in 2018, and many people know you as MrTLexify and stuff like that, and many people know you as the crazy edits, the crazy videos, the Z House, the boys. Okay, and many people, many people say at least once in their life, like, if you one of your viewers definitely at one point said in their life they want to be a YouTuber too. They want to be a YouTuber, they want to go down that road, and then the ifs, ands, and buts occur. Lex, and since you watched documentary, you can remember maybe if it's like we even said in that video, like when we started back in Advanced Warfare, and we literally from Black Ops 3 to like IW gained like 10 subs in that whole year, and we didn't fucking stop, and we didn't give a fuck. We just put our head down and kept doing it. Many people hear that story from people who are small and then still tend to be small, but people don't hear that story from you. So if there's like started off, is there like any beginning, like what was the beginning spark of not just you wanted to put, like the person who said, I want to be if I'm going to put on the pants, I want to put on the whole outfit, I'm going to be a YouTuber. So like what was the initial spark of that?
See, my story I feel is super different from yours, right? Because I initially started off my YouTube channel as because all my friends have migrated from console gaming on the Xbox 360 to the PC, right? And I had like one friend left that would occasionally come on, and other than that, I had like a couple random Xbox friends, and I was like, fuck, I just need some boys to play with. So I started. Yeah. For some reason, I started up a YouTube channel. I didn't even go like onto like the common thing, like go onto a forum or anything. So that was my
YouTube.
I just
Lex just wanted friends.
I just wanted friends. So I started up, and basically everybody kind of goes through the generics. Like I started in Mob of the Dead, right? So which is it's quite interesting now that we're already at a remaster of it. But yeah, I basically did your generic. Hey guys, this is how you build the trample steam on Buried. Yep. Welcome on in, dude.
That's it.
But the thing is, dude, I did some pretty interesting series. Like a lot of people still like make fun of me for them. They're like, "Oh, bro, when's perma perk hunting coming back?"
Zombies weapon comparison.
Zombie, there it is. Yeah, the big one, zombie weapon comparison. But like,
or ZWC for sure.
After that, like the thing is during that point, I didn't really take it too seriously until like I came back on and It's really interesting because what I noticed is I actually really like a game called Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw you and Reed play it a couple times. And shit.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts is like it's just basically this game, and I noticed that there's it's a game that comes out super sparingly, like Zombies, so it's kind of similar in that aspect.
Yeah.
And I saw the community of these Kingdom Hearts people, and they were making top 5s, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this would be sick. And this was when nobody was doing top 5s in Zombies, and then basically I picked it up. First video gets fucking 7 million views, and I'm like, okay. So I just
guess this is cool.
Struck gold, baby.
So yeah, like it actually was where I was like just kind of a part of a different community and just transitioned that to another community. And Zombies works great with top 5s, as we all know.
And you know, that's why I love the fact, and I love, and that goes great with the saying I always say is that once you start your YouTube channel, once you click, okay, this is my channel, you literally get handed a deck of cards. You get the cards you're dealt on YouTube. You can have the cards you're dealt where, you know, we had him on the show, love him now, so we know, clean slate. The Pack-a-Puncher, I call the Pack-a-Puncher spark, where you can be that young, that successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you can have, you know, a channel where you're making content, struggling, doing it, and then you're growing it slowly but surely. You got the story. You get the cards you're dealt. Many people don't play them the way they're handed to them. And I see the way you did it, where you had that one video, 7 million, you went with it, and you ride the wave, you kept making content, and then the constant viewership stuck. That's their story. Many people try to have other people's stories, and they try to have, okay, no, but I'm 19. I don't have 20 million subs, and that's the thing. That's the one thing, and I love watching Gary V for this, when it's like you have
great guy.
Amazing. A kid, we had this clip when we had Chopper on the podcast, and we had a long talk about it, and it was literally saying, listen, young kid came up to him, said straight out, if you ever care about your sub count when you're first starting out, you're gonna fail right off the bat. He said it's initial failure. That's the one way kids fail on YouTube. And, you know, once again, when Greg's on, you know, we all talk about our channel. We all talk about, you know, just in general, what's going on. And we never, on this podcast, we never talk to try to blow smoke up anybody's asses. Lex can leave any fucking time he wants. We don't hold him on a string. Goodbye. It's like, and I thought of this topic, man, because we don't really get to hear this many of the conversations coming from you. And I guess, you know, and you have a lot of stories from your journey, from you being a YouTuber. But the one thing I just want to get into next is, speaking to what I was speaking about before, is what do you have for the people? And when we told people we're having you on, we were getting a lot of questions. But the main thing was, though, what advice do you have for someone who's literally thinking, not having a channel, but thinking about making a YouTube channel now, not already having one? Because and when I try to give the answer, I first of all speak the fact where I am in nowhere terms of giving you advice. However, you know, starting a channel now is much scarier as of making content for a channel now in 2018. You get what I'm saying?
I gotta be honest. I gotta be real here. If you're gonna make a channel, I would not make it on Zombies. I feel like Zombies is something that is like so overdone at this point. Like this is literally the end. Like
Black Ops 3 is like the peak.
People don't see it, where like Black Ops 1 was right here, and then Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4 were kind of like hitting that denouement kind of thing.
Yep.
It's like, hey, let's end it off, and then we hit the end. That's how I see Call of Duty. But the thing is like every year that I've done YouTube, I give you a different answer.
Yeah, of course.
Because
it's one year consistency, another year you can have YouTube's algorithm could be beneficial.
Exactly. It's all the algorithm.
And it happens with every game. Like even Fortnite. Like Fortnite, it happened but it just happened in a shorter time period. Like it just shoots up and it gets to a point where it's just so oversaturated and it's so like concrete. There's a community where it's just like, okay, this is like growth, and this is just not possible at some point. I mean, it's possible, it's just not that exponential like Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite happened in like 7 months, 8 months.
The thing I'm just gonna say is just like you gotta do something that is of major quality. And the way I see some people bust their ass on YouTube, in my opinion, it's not even worth it for the amount that they do it. Like, they would have to genuinely love every second of it, really. Like, the Game Theorist is a great example. Like, a super unique channel, but the problem is they spend hundreds of hours on a single video, and sometimes those videos don't pay off, right? So, like, and
that's a very hard category too. Those type of people, like
the editors,
the editors, the Watch Mojos, like those top 5 channels now. Like the top 5 channels had their peak. Now it's like, think about those. Now, even though it's much easier because you're not in a square box with a Call of Duty game mode, you have anything you can do with top 5s. But then because usually top 5 channels, they expect things every day. For those channels. Those editing type of channels, they expecting, because that's how they make the money, is that they go every single day. But the editing channels, you know, what you call Lex, we are very familiar. The teaser that was made, Archie, very familiar with him.
Yeah.
You see the talent that kid fucking has, man. You can see it. He's pumping out stuff. He's making it. But then some of the stuff, like, people can say, oh, that's the one thing. Many people see the work and then they say, oh, you deserve. But hey, once again, the cards you dealt, your path is so different to the next person's, you know?
Well, for like, I've worked with a lot of editors, for example. A lot of people don't even know this, but Josh A has actually been my editor for a lot of Black Ops 3 videos that I did.
Wow.
Really? And and I actually, like, the specific person actually who made my Remember That Time When intros, his name is Slazo. He actually stopped making them because he just all of a sudden blew up on YouTube, like, reading Reddit comments and like all these different stories and stuff. So, like, it's really, like, in my opinion, if you want to be guaranteed success, A, it's not possible, but B, the closest thing I could tell you to do that is hardcore editing and just really well made videos, like, and that is difficult to do. A lot of people don't have that, like,
and in the end, even if you don't grow off of it, you're still, like, happy with the videos you make.
But it's even the stamina with that. Amazing. Like, those videos take way longer to produce instead of just like cookie cutting like a ton of videos daily.
Example, I like 2017 was kind of that year for me where it was just like, I didn't really give a shit too much about zombies, whereas like IW I liked a little bit, but then World War II came out and I totally fell off with that, where I would literally make like a video every like 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
Right? And I wanted to make them quality, and I didn't really care how much I was paid or whatever, and I just wanted to have fun with it. And I really liked that year. There's like Overwatch and mixed in there, Fortnite, all that.
It's a great time when you have, you know, for example, you have so many times when you make a YouTube video. I'm seeing a lot of the comments in the chat right now. It's like, it's literally the least expected video you make is the one to get the views. It's always like that. Anything,
it's always that,
the least expected anything in life, that's the one that gets targeted or something like that. It's always the least thing you'd expect in anything you do.
That's so disheartening to, like, because like somebody usually throw up, you're like, okay, people will use this. It's like, this will get some views, and then you're like, oh man, everybody go watch this, go watch this, go watch this, and then it just like falls flat, and then everybody watches the other one. It's really conflicting. It's
rough,
and it's really rough when you're doing YouTube, and I'm pretty sure many people who's even a creator has this in 2018 of YouTube, where, you know, I don't know if you also saw this video where it was the because I make the content now for the ZWC channel for everything, the part of the year. The ZWC, when I made that first video on the ZWC channel saying here's what you guys should be expecting for the year, I told me it's usually who films me is me, Vinny, and my friend Joe. And me and Joe were there at the park that day. I said, Joe, here's the shot I want to get. I said, and this is the way I, you know, just go format. Like, if there's going to be a topic in the zombies community about Richtofen and dying, for example, I'm not going to sit down, write a script, plop gameplay, talk about it. That's it. If it's a turbo video, I just try to go out. I don't know what you call it. Like you said, how the advice you gave about starting a YouTube channel, not doing zombies, I started doing stand-up comedy. Like, comedy is what I found to be the content I want to make now.
Yeah.
However, I enjoy Call of Duty Zombies. So if I mix it in there, that's how I found my niche. And I found, like, you know what, this is what I like to do. you know, and you have to find what you like to do most important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Exactly. And
I totally agree.
Yeah.
The thing is like when I started off my channel, for example, I literally could have been a fucking Walking Dead YouTuber. Because I right at the end of my first video I say, hey guys, you want me to play zombies or Walking Dead? We could have been in a completely different situation, right? But it's just like the thing is I like zombies on Call of Duty. I've always liked zombies. I've played since Black Ops 1, and then I went back, played the World at War maps, and then like I kind of started in Black Ops 2 because I was actually about to quit in zombies in a hole after Die Rise because I was so pissed off with Transit and Die Rise, and I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. And the mob that came out saved everybody, saved me. So like Blundell, man, Blundell.
He gave you a little touch.
Yeah. The campaign team from Zombies. Ooh.
But yeah, I get, you know, like it's the journey and the crazy things that happen, and everything happens for a reason, man. I cannot stop saying
Turbo
that.
said he's gonna get a tattoo of that.
Everything happens for a reason. And it's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody, Jack, Lex, anybody can right now, you know, speak of a moment where anything happens for a reason. You don't expect it to happen, and then it happens, especially on YouTube. I was and I was going to say this for the last part of the podcast. However, I'm going to say it now. What do you call it? It was last Thursday, the vid you made about the Mob of Death thing, and you added my clip in there, stuff like that. Lex, let me tell you a story. It's hard for me not to get I'm not funny or have a joke here and there, but I'm gonna be serious for a second here. You have those days on YouTube where you literally have those days where you just have no urge to do nothing. You know, no Red Bull Monster Jack is helping you get those days. Nothing happens. Okay, nothing happens. So I remember, and then this is one thing that I am very blessed for, is that my mom and dad. You met my father.
I did.
I told him. I said, Alexa's gonna be on the podcast. He goes, "Oh, the pink hair guy," and I said, yeah. And it was fun. I remember when I was at ZWI and I was like, "Oh, my father's talking fucking Lex. He's definitely." And how many bodies he sees dead on the floor and shit. Definitely something here, but no, like I was having one of those days, and I was just like, I was looking at the scripts I was making. I had to go film the next day, and I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I wish I can just because like I can, but I just don't feel like comfortable making those videos anymore, where it's just me sitting down doing a voiceover. I just it's the content like you just don't feel comfortable with. Yeah. And I was having that day, and I was just sitting there, and I'm honest to God, I was sitting there, and I was like starting to tear up. I was like, is this fucking worth it? Like, is all this work worth it? Like, I'm looking around, I got fucking my room's becoming a fucking murder suspect.
Where the lines? My mind last week to get the lines.
Yeah, we need lines from different like points.
Yeah.
We need your victims' faces on the wall.
And it started getting to that point where I was like, people are fucking getting shout outs for scratching their ass, and they're getting subs, and people are doing this and they're getting views, either they're buying it or they're selling it. And it's like, and I started to tear up, and then I get the tweet, oh, I saw your Alexa's video. And then I'm like, what? And then instantly my day just turned around. And you as a creator, you need those moments to just stabilize you a little bit.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
And once you did not have to do that, you didn't have to do that. Like the people don't know how when you're making a video, you control everything you're doing in that video. You know ins and outs of that video. And when I saw that, I literally looked and I sat up and I was just like, literally the urge to not work no more. The urge came back, and then we went out, recorded the Boombot Splits, recorded a skit, and we did all that stuff. And then I look back and I'm like, you know what? I don't care if somebody gets excited because when you go out to film and you leave at 8 in the morning and you come back like fucking 7 at night, all filming and shit, and you're looking on Twitter, they're getting excited over someone's what you call mystery box gun video, and you're like,
I made a header for you. Please retweet.
I understand. I get it. I respect it because every content you put 100% in, I respect. And then there's sometimes too where like I just went out, got 2 bunions on my toes. And it's hard, but you know what though? The one thing I learned though, and the one thing you gave me, Lex, was literally the urge to say it's not fucking over. Me and Lonely Mailbox talking about that. As you see, he said, he goes, you must be, as a young creator, you see so many YouTubers get there by snaking their way to some milestones or doing this for some milestones.
Yeah.
And he says, but bro, they don't last. He said, bro, they do not last. And I asked him, I'm like, yeah, but then blah, blah. And then he said, and that's when he's like, Turbo, he goes, they don't last. And I was just, first and foremost, it wasn't like, I'm thankful, Lex, oh my God. But like, it's just like, what do you do in those times as like a big creator, like, creator your size? What do you do when you do see like a creator, like, you know what, like he's not that bad. What kind of like feeling do you get about it? Because like I feel like us, me, JackTheBus, we always talk like, oh, dude, like this kid's like fucking funny. This kid's great. This kid's good. And then they just don't know how to plan out their channel, And it's like,
right. Well, okay, so there's 2 things, right? Moving back to your point about the motivation. Like, for example, I totally feel you on that because for some random reason, I just had no urge to make videos back like around the end of 2017, and I stopped I think for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I just went to this wedding with my family down in to California, and for some reason I just like got the urge again. Like I don't even know what it is. Like it's just
you just start dating or to make videos again.
No.
It could have just been like
urge to make videos. Like it's just like. I think it was just being with family and just like it was like, oh, dude, this is just like a really good feeling or something, and it just came back.
I mean, it is a wedding, so like that's like a happy place to be at.
So like that really helped. But in terms of like seeing new channels and stuff, like it's rough because I feel as we progress, it's harder and more difficult to come by situations like that. Like for example, the way Pat found my channel was he found my triple juggernog video, some stupid shit, and he's like, "This guy's funny." And then he messaged me, and like it's just crazy how like things like that have evolved and stuff. But like,
and you never know who's watching your stuff.
You never know.
I went to ZWI looking at all you motherfuckers like, oh, here we go. Like, I'm just gonna be treated like upbeats. Another kid, get the fuck out of here. Okay, we get you one, whatever. I went up to Pizza. He goes, and I explained to my dude. He goes, I listen to your podcast. I listen to it.
You're like, oh, you listen. Okay.
You gotta know we're well connected. Like a lot of like.
Yeah, man.
I know a lot of YouTubers, for example, like what they do is they type their name in the search bar and then they put like the search results to the past week. So if you made a video about us, we'll see it, we'll look at it, we'll check it out. Like I read my tweets. Like for example, yesterday, I just got a message about this guy who is blind, fully blind.
TJ.
TJ, and he plays zombies. And I was like, I watched that. I was so inspired.
That guy's legit.
His highest record is round 28 on Knocked.
Blind.
Can you?
He's crazy, dude.
That's what I watched the video. I was like, dude, there's no way. And he doesn't even use a thunder gun for half of it. He's playing Black Ops 3 Knocked. He literally just uses the BRM. And I'm like, bro, you're insane. This guy's a fucking legend. Like TJ's I was nuts. Like, holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like if I see shit like that, it definitely deserves the recognition.
Oh, 100%.
Right? But the thing I should recommend to you, and the thing that I've seen with a lot of these other zombie YouTubers, and even people that I know like Chucky or Tommy or whatever, right? Get yourself involved with everything. Like I know. Like, but the thing is, though, I'm not just saying about zombies, right? I mean, like, for example, when Fortnite came out, like the people who are most successful on it now, got involved day one. They were there. They streamed. They made videos. They made different videos. They made they learned about the community. They that's what I'm saying. Whatever the next big game is, if you're done with zombies after Black Ops 4,
that's it.
Get involved. Do something. Yep. Find your niche. And even if it's just like a small game, if you're able to take a small game's full percentage rather than a big game's small percentage, right? That's way better, right? Like, for example, Quinn, Q-Night-Z, he has a second channel on Star Wars Battlefront. And it does really well for him. He also apparently has a hidden Fortnite channel.
Yeah, everybody looked for that for like days because he just tweeted about it. He's like, yeah, my Fortnite channel's doing really good. And everyone's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Fortnite channel?
Yeah.
So, Quinn is a really good example because he's super well versed on okay, this is how you do it. This is I'm just involved in everything. I like making videos for everything, and collectively it works. And I think that's a great way to move forward, especially in the way that YouTube is right now. Because that's one of the reasons also why I've moved to streaming on Twitch, because I think YouTube algorithms right now are so whack. They are unbelievably whack. And I think if you want to do the best that you can, find new interests. That's
why I made the video a long time ago. I said, honestly, see, and after, because I think it's been now 7 months since I stopped the the normal zombie video of the gameplay over commentary. And I made the video one day. I said, I am not a zombies YouTuber. I said, I'm an entertainer. I said, I found that. I found that right when I came back from LA. I found that I am an entertainer, not just a zombies YouTuber. And when I when I said that out loud, and I made that public that how I felt, that's when I started doing more of the skits. And that's why I said I want this podcast not just to be much respect, love it. They are the blueprint to it, honestly, to this podcast. Zombros is great for when you want to go on, talk about zombies and blah, blah, blah. But if you want to just come on, have a good time, and also speak about what your interests are, which is mostly we have YouTubers from the zombies community, all that stuff like that. Yeah, we talk about it. But later on now, we're going to be talking about something funny that I saw on Twitter yesterday. But still, we have a great time. We have segments. We want everybody to be, into it. I want everybody to have a smile. And that's the one thing about, and I know what you call Jack's content, Dice content, is that we all have the same goal, which is to every single second of that video, we want you to either have a smile on your face, and we want you to remember, because any video I make, I don't want it to be like, oh, okay, that video taught me how to make that on 9. That video told me that. I want it to be like Turbo Fuck it. I'm gonna remember that punchline for a long time. That joke that was funny, or that intro ski did with Vinny Boombots and Joe, that was funny. Or I want people to have something with my videos, and I want people, and you know what? And I still said, I'm like, you know what? I'm the content I'm making, I'm doing it in a different fashion, but I'm still keeping the game mode I love involved with it. And that's why I feel like the time I have with the content lately, you have those moments where you find yourself in the groove. You find yourself in the groove, and you're like, oh shit, I'm liking what I'm fucking making here. I'm not getting tired of it. And then you get those times where you're like, oh, I have to do another one, but then you settle down. You work out what you got to do, and you go again. And then that's something I found this year was a lot, with the skits and stuff like that. And I don't know if you saw it, but one day I made a skit of I was sitting down and I was making believe I was Blundell crossing out the perk names, and I put your head on this, I think it's Mia Khalifa's tits, and I think BO4 logo on them. And then I said, don't worry, that's one of the private readings. And then I just went on to do it. And
I did not see that one.
I found it, and then
you'd have to link.
And then she watched it. She goes, "What is this?" And I said, it's Blundell's private reading. You're funny. My mom and grandma are probably watching this right now. So, Mom and grandma, hello.
Grandma.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
I just want to
Jack's grandma.
And that's the thing that I love. Widen your range. The thing that I found it was so interesting was back when Leafy was starting to grow. Now this is a while ago.
Lex.
Yeah, no, this is a while ago, right? At that time, I'm gonna be honest with you lads. was following Leafy. Him and I were on the DMs. I was following Pyrocynical. Him and I were on the DMs. I was following Rice Gum. Like I knew about all of these channels. I remember watching Rice Gum's channel when he's at 60,000 subscribers. Right. So it's like the thing is like
you need to find the spark and
find it. And if you see that there's a venue, go for it. Like that's the thing. It's like you don't have to just focus on zombies, and that's why like a lot of people when I go on the Reddit, for example, they're upset that I have flip-flopped from so many games onto my channel. But it's just like I just kind of wanted to fucking do it, right? And I just did it. Got it, and a lot of videos did like super well, and I just really enjoy it. So like that's what I'm saying. If you see something that nobody's done and you want to capitalize it and you think it's cool and you think you can do it better, go.
Honestly, I have to agree with that. Like my whole niche I'm finding is that I'm really good at making creepy ass content. Like you can watch it, have a smile on your face, but also be scared at the same time.
Right.
And
exactly.
I found that when I had like a conspiracy theory series I did that was inspired by Shane Dawson, of course. And everybody loved it. Everybody was even scared from the intro itself. So like I was just like really happy that people were not only enjoying it but saying I should do it more. And now I'm trying to bring more creepy-ass content to games like Black Ops 4 with my newest video that I'm working on currently. And it is like the hardest thing to find your niche too, because it took me 7 years to find this niche.
Yep.
So
which
like,
is why I'm saying
extremely hard.
Go just try new shit. Go out, fucking look up different communities, go on a recommended video spree, do something, because like something will eventually pop out to you where like what I'm trying to say is I don't want people to be stuck under the Treyarch reign where it's like your whole life is dictated by this one company, and if they fuck up, then everything you've done is fucked up.
You're done. Because and then even my friend Matt said it in that documentary. He goes, I don't think, he goes, Turbo, he goes, I don't think, you know, there's, if you have a channel that's not just on it, but you have that like MC Sport Talk tweeted out recently saying he wants to distance himself from that normal Call of Duty thing. And me and him talking, and I said, you know, right away, I was like, Matt, this is a great fucking idea. Yeah, and he goes, yeah, I know. And then I started thinking in my head, I was like, literally, Matt has the perfect personality to have a personality channel. And then that's when I sat down with by myself, and I sat down, I started looking at the channels, and I started looking at YouTube, and I said, no one in the zombies community has that personality channel. So that's why when I started getting behind the camera for the DLCs, I'm already planning on getting those audible mics. I'm going to Times Square. I'm gonna I'm gonna go to Times Square. That's why the personality fact. I don't know if you watched him, but this guy Joe Senegato on YouTube. Joe Senegato, funny fucking guy. He reminds me of, he's from New York too. He reminds me of that, and you have that personality. And me and Jack fuck around with this all the time. Sometimes people don't give a fuck what I say; they just hear how I say it. And
I always joke about how like half of his channel is just his accent.
Half of your fame is just from your accent. Like all the YouTubers.
But that's not a bad thing, though, right?
Oh, hi, how's it going?
That's not a bad thing.
At the end of Black Ops 3 Revelations, I had a total of 20 people watching my videos. That's it. It would be at 20 views. That's it. Now, when people come to me and they ask me, "Oh, why are you so happy? You're only getting like 200, 300 views video right now?" I'm like, "Because I was at fucking 20 a couple months ago."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lex, you can have the ratio of, you can be upset of a 100K video because you're still used to getting those big views. But then still, you look back, you know what I always do too? I always type in, look at the venue for Madison Square Garden. Look at the venue for Yankee Stadium. Look at all the people you're filling. You have those people watching your videos. Think about you being in the center of Citi Field, the Yankee Stadium, or the fucking in the middle of the Super Bowl, and you're sitting there,
just doing the well.
70,000 people in this game today is a fucking embellishment. Take it down, get it the fuck away. But then you think, if you were in the middle there, unless you're paying your bills and you have to survive off YouTube, I get it.
See, and
that factor.
It's all about your end goal, because like my end goal was actually 1 million subscribers, and it's crazy because I hit that goal
Yeah.
And now I've hit that goal, and like getting subscribers after that, like that's why there's been like kind of like a huge plateau, because I'm just like, honestly, lads, like I'm not really gonna aim for 10 million because that's stupid as fuck. Like I don't want to. Like if it's a goal of yours, go for it. But like it wasn't a goal of mine. I already hit my goal, and I'm just like, it's weird because at this point that I'm at, and even with Pat, it's just kind of this preservation. That's all it is.
Saying that a lot is ZWC, and you were saying it. You were like, lads, you were like, I feel like this year, it's gonna be the year of like torches being passed on, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be next, you know, because I even told my mother, I said, Mom, listen, I said this zombie season, I'm looking to have fun. I'm looking to have fun. I'm looking to make the content that I know I can fucking make. I know, and literally every time I you know, I think about something to do, nobody wants to hear it when it's on the first initial paper, because I have like weird shit. Like for Near Die's video, Near Die asked me right away. I said, I got it, so I'm gonna go outside as a news anchor, and then it just goes on.
Literally, like, at like 2 a.m. we were just talking about it. You're like, all right, I'm outside of an intro,
By the way, Turbo, you are hilarious at 2 a.m. By the way,
Turbo's weird at 2 a.m.
Literally, if I can't sleep at night, I'm either working on my stand-up or I'm either just writing down a script. Like what's one I can actually pull up right here?
Oh, by the way, while you do that, Benny says he loves you, Lex. Benny 445, my man.
Benny, my man.
I just saw that.
I have an intro skit where it's like, starts out with me and Vinny playing zombies. I go, this map can suck my bulging disc. Come on. It's just, and if I can't sleep, I'm either DMing Jack, like I can't fucking go to sleep, or I'm just writing comedy, or I'm writing like a script for a video. And that's the point where I think people also miss, and I think you'll like this, Lex, is people don't understand how much the experience teaches you in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you can, then literally, we talk about this from the earliest podcast on. Literally, you can make a video for an hour, putting your work, your blood, sweat, and tears in it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like Mr. Beast can count to 10,000. Boom.
Yeah.
But people don't understand, though.
New video. Let's count to 10 million.
People don't understand the experience you got from making those videos is going to teach you a lot more lessons than someone giving you a fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A whole lot of live lessons. Just like motivation and, you know, just putting yourself to it.
Exactly. It's, you know, it's very, very, very good.
Very rewarding.
Yeah, very rewarding. Lex, have you ever had a time on YouTube where you had like, you know, like your trust was being tested?
That's an interesting one. What do you mean by that? Like in terms of people, or
you get it from the smallest stage for, you know, the people. Literally, the only people I have a block or mute on Twitter is like if they get disrespected and stuff like that.
Right.
What, as a YouTuber, and this is a good lesson for me, Jack and Near Dice. That's why I wanted to throw it out there. What is your one little piece of advice on learning who you can and cannot trust? Because many people might not know, but that is a big aspect in this game.
And I gotta be real, this is one of the reasons why I've stayed in the zombies community, because out of any community I've seen on YouTube, I have to be honest, in terms of the YouTube connection, we're the best. I have to be real. We are beyond the
put on a ZWC or ZWC2 without a fucking bottle being thrown.
But
this
is what I mean. We like in less than 4 or 5 days, I'm renting an RV with JC and a bunch of other guys, and we're gonna be driving to a specific YouTuber's house for like 14 hours. That just never happens, right? Like,
so that's what that vague tweet was yesterday when JC's like, only with the Boogie Boys would we plan this really random trip.
Built off of
like,
love.
It's random, but it's funny. Like, I'm living with Liam right now, right? It's just that's got to be one of the major things that why I've stayed, is because the people that I've met, and like especially through Z House 1 and Z House 2, unreal. Like, it's just like an unreal experience that I'm telling you, it like that's something that the zombies community does have. Yeah. It has a network of people, like in terms of YouTubers, that are unparalleled to what I've ever seen before. And we're like super tight knit. There's no like bad guy of the zombies community. Yeah. We're all just here to have a good time. enjoy each other's company, and that is something that is so valuable because, like, for example, back a couple of years ago, I would say, like, look at the multiplayer community on Call of Duty. Is there even a multiplayer community on Call of Duty?
I can name 3.
It's just a lot of pub stompers.
It's just kids that get
I told my friend, remember going on YouTube and Black Ops 2 and seeing like Swifter and fucking all those people like
they're all on their own now. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like zombies is the last like thing that's like conclusive. There's like actual like a group.
That's why I'm really happy that that's why, you know, like I remember saying to myself, I was like, thank God I found something else to like listen. God bless, I can still make content on Call of Duty. But how many times can I talk about fucking Monty Scoff? Can I be honest here?
Honestly, the kind of
that's why sometimes I just put in the title like, oh, Vic this blah blah blah, but then I'm doing half like fucking SNL skits in between. That's it. You know, but you know, like you said, it's all about, and that experience, you starting YouTube, you would never thought of going on. Come on. I remember you saying a story, the first year for the Z House, you were conflicted because your mom wanted you to go to fucking, where is it, Norway or something?
No, so I was it the first, it was either the first or the second. So I remember calling JC actually before the first Z House, because him and I were doing Remember That Time When, and I was like, bro, I don't know if I should go. He's like, dude, it's literally in a week. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, this is so weird. Like, I've never done something like this. Thank God I went. But I was actually, my family heritage is Ukraine. So I would have actually gone to Ukraine for a month. God, that would have been fucking horrible. So I'm glad.
Staying in grandma's cottage.
Instead, you went to LA and had fun.
Garage Trophy, Revelations. Hey, guten Tag, model.
It would have been rough, man. So like, I definitely made the right call there. But it's interesting, man. Like the zombies community really doesn't like that's got to be the one major appeal. Like without this type of community, I would have left long ago.
Yeah.
Without like even the drama in the zombies community is like drama. Like
it's so
funny.
The drama is literally lasting for like 2 seconds.
You see Adam 22, like, fucking Ice Poseidon and Foodie 2 about the fucking not Ice Poseidon, the other guy, but man, that whole big podcast. They're about to fucking throw hands.
They're about to beat each other up. Yeah.
Do you think if like Reed, Don, and like
Reed,
like you fucking scumbag, you scumbag?
No, actually, it wouldn't work like that. They just throw the whiteboards at each other.
Yeah, so throwing hands, throw markers.
The zombies community drama, like to me in itself, I think that's what makes it so funny. Is it's because it's like people take the game so seriously that it's just a joke. Like, it's just a major joke.
Honestly, like
Monty was wearing black shoes. I swear to God.
Damn it!
Fucking damn it!
Milo getting an email saying, "Okay, we're gonna set up another fucking interview." They get to the interview. Milo X. So yeah, why the blue screens? Melinda's like, "You fucking scumbag."
Get out! Get out!
Milo book like, "Oh my God!" And then he's jetting. He's
my boy gone.
Yeah, and then Blondo says like this. So DOC3, we're going to Atlanta. So but yeah, fucking God, I can't wait for Milo and Blondo to throw hands on there.
Man,
I'll be there for that fight. But yeah, like it's gonna be Logan Paul, KSI, and Blondo Milo. It's
well, no, Milo. No, that's actually the main.
Reed versus Milo, great boxing fight right there.
That's terrifying.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah,
anyways, I do think the reason why drama doesn't last in the community is because like we all freaking love each other. Like at the end of the day, we have like so much love for one another.
We're all fucking great friends.
Yeah. Like I'm definitely not gonna fight you. I'm definitely not gonna fight you. I'm definitely not gonna fight you, brother.
No, but you know what's also
He's
funny?
getting a gun.
You know what's funny?
What is this, man? Oh my God. Who is this guy?
You know what's funny? I have in there, I have a katana, a replica katana. Let me tell you what happened one time. Kitchen. Right.
Fucking bring it, dude. I'm gonna hit you with some blues.
Man, all the moves and shit. I'm
Path
looking
of
like
Sorrows.
guy freaking arthritis, and I'm swinging the katana, and I mismeasure how far the chandelier is from the sky.
Oh no.
Like, Ma, I was trying to be tacky.
Yeah, right away. I'm waiting for the Matt. I'm waiting. For
I was trying to turn on zombie blood. I'm sorry. I was trying to turn on that zombie blood.
I was practicing my cosplay.
I'm waiting for that, and then I'm looking down, and ice, like the glass is just all over me. And my mom goes, "What was that?" I'm like, "A little scratch," and I go, like, I get the room. I'm sweeping. She goes, "What the fuck happened to my grandma?" I'm like, "Oh shit, what happened, Mom?"
Oh, that one. Yeah, I don't know what.
Oh,
What
up,
happened?
yo, that wasn't me, dude.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Negan bat, right? With this Negan bat, I'm thinking I'm like fucking King Arthur jousting on a horse. Vinny is right, like Vinny's like by the wall where it's over there, and I'm like I think he's gonna stay there. I wasn't gonna hit him with this. I'm not gonna puncture him. So I'm running. I thought I would just slightly tap him. He gets out of the way, put a hole in the drywall. I'm looking at it. Like,
put a poster over.
I'm like, first of all, my mom would think I punched the wall or something. Like I blew scream, bang, you bastard! Like I did something. And then Vinny's looking at the hole too, and I'm like, huh?
Hey, Turbo, easy fix, easy fix.
Chill,
Just
chill,
put a
chill.
poster over it. Just put a poster over it, and if your mom finds it taller, that was the poster that Richtofen came out of. You see the hole? That's the hole. Okay. It just popped in for a second to say what's up.
If you have Italian mother, Lex, I'm not sure if you have one, but if you have
I got one worse. It's called a Slavic mother, dude.
Slavic
Oh my god.
Oh, you got
Slap your
my friend Joe is Albanian. Yeah. The Albanians, Madon, you think they were worse than the Italians? But no, one time I don't know. You know what's funny? I don't even know what it is. But Italian fathers, they have something with their fist. Like anytime they get mad, they're like, either hand them out. And I remember one time, I don't even know what I was doing. You know, like those like little like those motorized cars you can go in, like the Toys R Us cars. Yeah, I got one of those. I think I couldn't fit in it, and I told my dad, like, Dad, I can't. I'm a fat bastard. I can't fit in this thing here. My father goes, "Yeah, you can, squish." And I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I'm like 7. I'm like, Dad, I can't." He walks over, and then I'm like, yeah, but man, a lot of fun stories. The way I record, like the way I'm behind a white wall every video, I'm in my kitchen. So I put up.
And you're like, Ma, if you ever repaint this wall, I swear you'll ruin all my videos.
You're gonna paint the wall hippo vagina. That's the color. It's the light purple, not too light. And I'm like, Ma, if you paint my wall, where am I gonna make videos? I'm like, I'm gonna be moving to you.
My whole set is destroyed.
It's the classic white wall. It's the classic white wall.
Yeah.
You need to, you see, you need to have it. You need to have it.
On an angle, might have people pass out.
I have the white wall, but classic pictures of me when I was 2.
Oh, no, that's a great backdrop.
Like, I remember the one thing.
I got the 49er thing too, so there's that.
Times I've heard of you was when Vinny was watching a stream when your mom asked you if you wanted like pepperoni pizza, and you scared the shit.
He's just shaking his head.
And then there was one I had in the beginning was when you were walking when your mom caught you half out the window, half inside. Let me tell you.
No.
Oh my god. I was making what video was it? It relates to fucking that. And by the way, Lex, think of stories you got, because I'm ready to fucking go deep in your brain.
Oh yeah.
What the hell you got going on? So
there's a reason why one of the titles for the podcast is Lex's Legs.
You're on
but my mom, man, like, dude, this is the reason why I'm here right now. Like, because my mom, like, listen, this is the reason why I've been traveling outside of where I live over. Like, I've spent, I think, more time away from home this year than at home.
She's sitting there watching it right now, like getting her hand ready, like
ready to slap his ass when he walks in.
Yeah. What'd you say about me? The podcast?
I was recording a video for, I think it was like the first one when I had no relation to ZWC whatsoever, and I didn't even know Jose and Matt that well at the time. and I make a video. And at one point, I made believe my friend Joe crumbled up a poster for ZBC and threw it in the garbage, and then I kicked the shit out of him. I had to get him on the ground and actually kick the shit out of him.
Oh my
Joe,
God.
if I hurt you, just say something and I'll stop. A lady stuck out of my window watches her. She gets out. Get off him! Get off him! I'm like, are these fucking gameplay channels getting this experience? No, but I was like, no, it's a video, man. It's okay, he's fine. And then Joe was like, I could have fucked you so bad. It's like, no, man, please help. I'm like, he goes, I could have got you in trouble.
It's just a prank.
It's a video, though. It's a video.
Hey, listen, dude. I've had the same thing, dude. Yo, remember when I held up the free blowjob sign?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you?
Oh yeah, I was just sending a picture of that to somebody yesterday.
How did you?
In what context do you send that to somebody in?
Oh, my friend was looking for the meme. He was looking for the meme of it.
I'm trying to delete that image because, like, yo,
sorry.
I'm like,
sorry,
the actual story behind that video was never released, and I was thinking about making a video about it, but I feel like it's been a while, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was, I walked into that circle of people doing yoga. Right, and then as I walked out, there was this one dude who just wouldn't let me go. Like, he would not let me go. He'd go up to me. He's like, yo, bro, you can't be doing that. There's families here. And I'm like, dude, you know this is a joke. Like, I told him to his face. And I was like, bro, you can't be doing that. I'm caught. Like, he just took the whole thing way too seriously.
Someone power tripping.
Well, and this is the thing. Everybody else was just laughing. Like, there were some people.
There was some random guy. Like, not even like a security?
Videos of me. Yeah, it was some random random dude. And he literally chased after me all the way out to the parking lot.
Like sprint?
He would not let me go. No, I was walking away and he was just on my ass.
Oh my God.
Like, he would not let me go. And I was trying to leave, and there was literally some fucking random dude. Fuck this guy if you're watching. I don't know where you are, but you're an absolute asshole.
He like tracks your every
trying
move.
to walk out. I go all the way to the top of the stairs, and this one dude, he's with his daughter or something, and he just goes like this. He's like, no, you can't go.
Oh my God.
And I had to literally go back down the stairs and go and take the other exit around. Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fight him. I'm not gonna do that.
I think you're like nude or something.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not gonna fight somebody that's on my ass for this, because like in a way I am in the wrong, like in a way, but it's just like, are you really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Plus,
Dude, it's LA. Like, how have you not seen worse?
Look at my.
Well, and that was the thing, right? And then I had the guy chase after me, and I was just like. And then somehow I honestly can't remember. He just kind of gave up.
We lost him in the trees.
And then we just drove home, and that was it. And everybody in the car was like, "Well, shit."
Wait, all that for the video didn't even get published.
Yeah.
Besides just for that one segment.
Well, I just didn't want to publish that video because I felt like the guy would have been like, "Oh, dude, that's illegal," or some other dumb shit. But it's just like. The guy that pissed me off the most wasn't the guy that was chasing. It was the dad, because I was like, God damn it, I don't want to walk down the stairs and go up around another side. You just go
under his arms. Just
like what's his end goal there? Is to like hold you like citizen's arrest?
His end goal was to get rid of me, and he actually made it worse because I was right at the exit, and he was just like, nope, you can't go.
Were you just holding up the free blowjob sign going up the exit? Like
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I was holding up the sign, and I was like, okay, dude.
I thought you had it down, just ready to leave.
I think when I was up with him, I flipped it over, so it was just a white sign, and he was just like, no, you can't go. I'm
God,
like,
that's so ego.
Why?
Oh my God.
I know, dude. It's like I was like, dude, you're such a fucking idiot. I hate you.
You have the one time I tried to call. This is like, what was it? This is way before anything with ZWC happened, and I called up this pizzeria, because that's another thing too. People forget how long I've been doing this fucked up shit for. Like, they just think like someone in LA influenced me. Like, oh, go home and just act
do a
fucking
line.
Yeah, like everybody's like you and Lex just fucking you guys just swap blood and you guys just you're the two fucking crazy.
I mean, you do live in New York and you guys just freaking.
So
Yeah, I feel like in LA you should expect like stuff like that before you go to LA. Like people doing like random crap like that. Say, oh, that's LA.
When I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard, nobody intimidated me. Nobody intimidated me. In Times Square, you're lucky if you see a guy fucking come up to you. You know, one time I was walking in the city, right? And you get those people, listen, you're homeless, I understand, whatever. But work for your money. Mug me or something. Don't just say,
mug me.
You're open to mug me. Come try.
Did you $2 in quarters walk into that 7-Eleven? But I want you to work for it. Mug me. So no, but it just is no. What you call it? It's funny shit. But I was saying in LA, crazy shit happens all the time. You know. So fucking, it's like I was walking, there was a guy getting like hit. Some guy thought he touched his girlfriend, fucking hit him across the face. He knocked down the floor. My father walking me, like, all right, this is like West 20th Street, okay? Just walking around, but yeah, man, like, and what you call it, yeah, but yeah, sometimes in New York, like nothing happens, but yeah, you get some crazy people like me in a bunch, and people are blessed by it. People are blessed. Lex, when you first made that, like when you first knew your persona on YouTube was right away crazy, did you just like go with it? You were like, man,
well, see. I honestly
you like fucking like when you're making a video like I gotta act extra.
Listen, it didn't really hit me until I went to the first Z house, and on the plane to the first Z house, I just had that funny as fuck idea where it's like, I'm gonna make this arrival video where I just go in and fucking jack off. Like it was such a fucking dumb idea, and I was like, whatever, let's do it. And people just clung onto it for some reason so hard, and they were like, dude, that is so funny. And I was like, okay.
I want to know
I didn't expect
that came
it
in your
to be that
mind.
good. I don't know.
Just thinking sexually about Noah J?
No, dude. I was like, hey, I was like,
oh, he got some eyes on him.
Wouldn't it be funny if like I just came to this random place with a bunch of YouTubers and the first thing I do is just fucking jack my that's what I was thinking.
November has been failed.
and that's what I mean, right? And then I was like, I think I was talking to the guys about that idea, and they're like, dude, that's actually really funny. And then they were like, you should do it on something like really arbitrary. And I was like,
no.
What about Noah? And they're like, dude, yeah, dude.
Friend.
And it was so funny because I actually had never, I don't think I had met him at that point, and he was coming to the Z house, so you can imagine how awkward that was.
Like, hey, I'm Lex.
Hey, Lex.
Yes, Smith plays this track before we went to I went to fucking LA. I went up to Pat and I said, yeah, I was the one who did that diss track, and he goes, oh, you were okay. And I said, want me to rap it? He goes, yeah, what were your lines again? I was like, okay, discussion, something about your shit videos, and then he goes,
it's like, oh, well, nice to meet you. It's great.
You know what? I'm surprised, honestly, that Turbo hasn't just busted out in a Logic song this podcast.
Yeah,
yet.
he usually does that at least once a podcast.
He can't go 5 minutes without rapping Flexecution.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh, we got it in this podcast. We got it in.
Yeah. One thing I want to do before we get on to the next segment, the last segment of the Would You Rather series, I do want to we addressed it before the podcast. However, for the people who want to be respected and not know the leaks, Lex, do you just want to explain just what happened early this morning?
So I woke up about 30 minutes before the podcast, as I do.
That's fun.
As I do. And I
had to blow your fucking phone up for you to wake up.
Liam hit me up with a crazy story, and he was like, dude, somebody from Treyarch got fired. And I was like, okay, but what's new, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but the thing is he got fired and he didn't sign any waiver and his contract was void, and he basically just went on the Reddit and just spilled everything about Black Ops 4. He spilled about what DLC 1 is. He spilled about if Nuketown Zombies is going to happen. He spilled about it all. So every leak is happening. And the DLC one, I gotta be real with you boys. From what he said, I think this is whack. I think it is completely crazy.
Like that? Yeah, no strength.
Do you want me to tell you what apparently
everybody in the chat right now? Okay, I'll do the Johnny J thing. If you look at my fist, it's closed. When it's closed, you mute it. When it's open, you can listen again. Okay, so we're gonna close now.
Can I just make a comment that his name on Reddit is Call of Nobody Cares? His throwaway account, that's his name.
Well, and this is the thing. He said that DLC 1 is a prequel to the Chaos storyline with new characters.
What the fuck?
Is that crazy?
What is that?
That sounds so arbitrary to the point where it's something Treyarch would do though.
It is something, but it's just so weird. Like you introduce a new story, and you're like, see ya. But
you not only introduce new characters, but you have a cliffhanger at the age with Bruno.
So
and then
there's that. Nuketown Zombies is apparently coming out.
Wouldn't be surprised.
A bunch of different Easter eggs have been solved in terms of like 9 Easter eggs with the Viking. Yeah. All the other Easter eggs in terms of like apparently there's a way you can get like somebody to dance in the crowd in 9 or something. I think that's an Easter egg. I haven't looked at them all, but I think the most surprising one is DLC 1 is a prequel to Chaos. Like,
but now what are we getting with Ether? What's happening with the Ether? Fuck with Nuketown?
I don't know. Maybe it's Nuketown. I don't know who's playing. Apparently it is Nuketown, but like maybe it's coming out like when it comes out in MP, and they're just gonna be like. Zombies.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Because there was a rumor going around about DLC 1 map coming out before DLC 1.
Yeah, and I think that's it. But like, apparently he just got fired for a stupid reason, and he's like, whatever, guys, fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna just
he took like a long lunch break or something. Like he took like a lunch break at the wrong time, and he said they were all like a bunch of a couple of them were just let go, just straight up.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's absolutely hilarious. Like
anything else very leaking before?
He talked about a couple things. Yeah.
I don't know anything else. This is I'm just gonna look on the Reddit because that's all I know.
How many freaking monitors do you have?
I've got one that's broken. This one broke. This one's also broken. But so I'm not gonna. And then I have one that I'm looking at. But
yeah.
Other than that, that is all I know. I don't know if y'all know anything, but I think you can.
No, I mean, yeah, I think we're good. We're good. Your ears can fucking be open now. But yeah, that's like.
Isn't that unreal? Like,
and you know what? It goes back to the thing. It's always something. It's always something. Yeah. We can get you cannot crack our codes or whatever. But guess what? It's always something.
Knowing Reddit, that dude wasn't even an employee. Knowing Reddit.
The thing is, though, is like he definitely was because he brought out like Easter egg steps. He brought out different audio quotes that nobody knew.
Yeah,
he leaked everything from all the previous games.
But how does that happen though? They don't let him out with fucking nothing. Like no contract or nothing?
Well, apparently they asked him to sign something, and he was like, "Well, you guys fired me, so I don't give a fuck," and he just left.
Dang. I think he just realized that there's nothing they could do to make him sign
There is absolutely nothing you can do.
That is kind of stupid because they should have just had him sign a waiver before he was hired on. So if he was fired.
And you know what I'm assuming why the tension is high there? Fucking classified, right? Like I'm assuming everyone's
on edge. Yeah.
Classified is just giving everybody.
Which is why Fire from Treyarch Zombies Easter egg team today makes sense. That makes complete sense to me. So
honestly, this is just gonna fuel all the people in the community, all the Easter eggs gonna be sold. But you know what? Like I say before, you should expect this to happen a little bit in the zombies community. You should expect people getting leaks. You should expect fucking weird shit to happen, man. Like it's just so like you never get stuff like this happen in any other game. You know?
Well,
zombie, my opinion has been just like how does Treyarch fuck up like that where they have no safe like something.
I like I give them leeway for this one because like I can imagine how tense it is at the studio right now, and I can really see like how something like this happened. Like to me, this is like really explainable. But the major thing that I think is just like. Like as a content creator, I kind of like leaks because it's like okay, I can plan my schedule with different things. That's all I
like write down on your calendar, looking at the subreddit.
Okay, well this is coming out right. Okay,
the
sure.
Thing I hate though is when you have a video and you're ready to fucking post it, and it's a great
and something,
a trailer drops or a picture gets dropped. And you're like, and then now I know where my father bites his hand.
That was, like Nick Saru.
Give me 5 minutes, please.
Nick Saru, the day that Classified got or like whenever the cutscene got released, Nick Saru's like, hey guys, I have this 20-minute video about the Voyage storyline I'm about to release. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, hey guys, Classified got solved, so that video's not coming out today. It's like it's so unfortunate.
Especially getting like with who's gonna want to watch a fucking skit about Misty dancing when you know like Nuke Town thing pops up. But that's one thing I learned though is that like when you have like the content where it's leaks, you literally like you're gonna go to the big guys for leaks and stuff like that. And I just love making like the like that like that's the main thing right now is like the content with the Black Ops 4s, and many people don't really understood this. Like when the Black Ops 4 like a new Call of Duty comes out, all the big guys are the fucking guys on the content because that people is gonna want to know what to do in the game. They want to go and they go to the big guys. Yeah. And then once that starts going down, that's when you start to see like like Jason say like, all right guys, the new creative series are coming. This is coming, and that's why stuff like my content gets to flourish because I say, okay, you know what? Now all the tutorial hype is out of the way. Now if somebody is sick and tired of getting watching a serious zombie video, laugh your ass off in one of
Well, and I feel like that time is coming sooner and sooner for some reason. It's crazy how fast, even with 4 maps worth of tutorials.
We got the game in October now.
And also with like it's like within a week that now you're already seeing videos like that I've done where I'm like, rest in peace, Voyage of Despair, rest in peace, Blood of the Dead, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I can definitely see like this game being the last one because like they put 4 different zombies maps into one game. Yeah, that's gonna totally burn you out on zombies. Like just playing all those 4 maps in like a couple of weeks, that's gonna burn you.
That's why I feel like we need more game modes.
Like there is a lot of content, but like
I agree.
Branching out like Rush.
Game modes over maps. I fully agree. The maps are not the problem. It's game modes over maps. Like I was saying, imagine if we had like a Destiny boss raid or something where
you could replay boss fights and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that would be cool. Like,
also, we had Johnny on a couple days ago. What is your opinion on Voyage of Despair?
Johnny loves Voyage.
What do you do with Voyage? What is
Voyage? I gotta be honest. Voyage is definitely a map that's growing on me. Just for one thing though, like I honestly like when I play Zombies map, I'm the guy that just really likes to do the egg. I like doing the egg all the time. Voyage's egg is a very intensive egg to speedrun. Not because of like gameplay aspects, but just because it's all memorization. The whole Easter egg is do this, do this, do this, do this, pick up this, 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 and this, and just go, 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 go.
Also, the map do with memorization too. Like
the whole thing is memorization. I actually really enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah, not only that, but it's like extremely intricate and just like really
just layered.
It's layered. There's a lot of different strategies that you can use with the teleporters, for example, because there's ones that you can like use that most people never even look at once, right? And I as a speed run on the Easter egg, I do that any day over Blood of the Dead. Any day. Blood's Easter egg, I still believe, is the worst Easter egg ever made in Zombies.
I don't like it either.
I'd have to.
I honestly, it's the worst Easter egg.
It's my grandmother's hip.
It's broke. It's terrible. Like I don't know.
To kind of quote what everybody says, half of the Easter egg, actually no, not half, the entire Easter egg involves the shield.
Yeah,
like, it's literally everything is a shield.
And that is the one thing I absolutely despise. I think Afterlife as the shield is what ruined that map. If it was something that was cooler, like I was thinking, like I didn't really explain it well in my video, but I was like, The Shadow Man is literally in the map. What if you could do something where you like go up to like a waypoint on the map? So think of like the mob starting room. What if you go up on like the top rail and you're like the Shadow Man and you're like looking down? You have to like point things out or some shit. Like,
That'd be dope.
where was that? Or why are we playing as the
See,
bird, dude?
there's no creative steps like that. What would okay? You want to know what I think they should have done more from Black Ops 3 to here? You know those little cutscenes with Groff and the Reisendrach? Small
Where-
things
Yeah.
like that. Small things like that.
There's such a lack of creativity in terms of the steps. Like
Steps.
the whole thing is shock this, shock that.
Shocking timing when to do
Yeah.
things. Like we get it. We have the side Easter egg with the flying car on Voyage. You have the boat and the side step on Blood, but they got the boat on Blood. And I remember that step, watching that step that day, and I was sitting back and I was like, if this is the only creative thing they had, that was a cool little cutscene with Brutus in Blood of the Dead. That was a cool little cutscene. However, like the boss fight too. The boss fight is very simple in
It's
Blood.
just like kind of like a circle like of stones in the middle,
And then
like
you shoot the fucking orbs. You shoot the little tampon orbs, and then you go on your way.
Well, and see, this is the thing. What you were saying about the Groff cutscene,
Yeah.
Voyage needed that.
Yes.
Voyage
Oh, yeah.
needed that
Boy,
for
they
story.
They need something.
They needed that.
Something.
Like,
As much as I disliked Zetsubo no Shima, I think they did a really good job in changing up steps on that map. I mean, like, you have to water a plant, you have to, like, get this bullet, you put it in the gun, you wait for the plane to come by, then you shoot it. Like, as much as that map, like, is just so gross, like, I think they really, like, they sat down, they were like, how can we change this? How can we, like, mix it up?
and see, the thing is, like, another complaint I have with Voyage is it's so empty. It's empty, and like you could take that map concept and put it anywhere, because the whole appeal of the Titanic is it's a ship. It should be able to move and like contort and break. I was like, for sure during the Easter egg, the ship is gonna break in half, and there's gonna be a whole new area. I was like, dude, that would be sick. But no, dude, like that's why I think so much of that map. I wish that map was DLC 1. I wish they would have spent more time on it and made it just amazing. And like another thing I also don't like is I made a video called Why 9 is the best zombies map, and it's releasing soon. And when I was making that video, I realized like all of Black Ops 4's mechanics were built for 9. All of them. Every single one. The perk machines are literally for 9. It doesn't make any sense why they're on Voyage. It does not make any sense why even any of the specialist weapons are on Voyage. Because all the specialist weapons fit 9. Like mythical hammers.
You gotta please every god in like each temple.
That's what I mean.
What's your go-to specialist for the chaos?
Wait, say that again?
What's your go-to specialist for the chaos?
I'm a tie between the hammer and the chakrams. I really like the chakrams.
I like the dragon a little bit. The dragon's getting like the shotgun dragon.
See,
Oh,
I like that one as well, but like I think in terms of the specialist weapon that's best for killing bosses, it's the chakrams, because what you can do is you can just spam the right click and just punch even like a Blightfather and completely destroy them. So like. And I really like speed in zombies, and when you have Stamina Pro and the chakrams that make you run faster, I love that. It's
basically like the katana of
it's the katana, right?
Yeah, I remember like you mean too. You were like, and also like the trick, the way we're getting it stale. It's like they're literally making so like you have to use the katana, like in fucking zombies, like they're pushing you towards those special. Like I try to use. Like I used the flamethrower recently for the storyline. The flamethrower, listen, it's good, but then the 3 is like a fire tornado. It does nothing.
It does.
I legit have not even used the flamethrower yet.
It doesn't compare. How does it compare to a katana that gives you melee points, that makes you invulnerable, that makes you fly through the map, and that gives your teammate speed cola?
Honestly, like with Blood of the Dead, it's like they freaking push the katana so much, because when you're coming up from the gondola to Cherry, I don't like mean to quote like Sam or Fantastical Gamer, but like it's so hard to get out of there with the guns and shit. So like you literally have to take out the katana and freaking just go.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
That's a challenge video on its own. Getting through the fucking bridge without
your special,
Literally the catwalk too, because
the catwalk
like
at the very beginning.
The Gatling gun is like too freaking slow to shoot. The
Move too slow.
Yeah, you move too slow with the other specialists, but with the Path of Sorrows, it's literally zombie blood plus stamina.
Well,
like you're out of it.
This is why I'm saying Blood needed something that was not an Afterlife shield. It needed the same system from Mob, but just make it slightly different. Like it doesn't have to be beast mode. It doesn't have to be Afterlife. Make it like fucking more Shadow Man or something.
Like some sort of power you get from like going through all the rifts.
Wouldn't it be cool as shit, right? You see Al that symbolizes a bird. What if you had this ability where it's like, okay, I'm playing as Richtofen and I get to turn into a fucking animal. Or like Nikolai, I turn into a big bear and I just maul shit up. Like that would have been.
They would have to explain that in the story somehow, and it would be kind of hard to explain that story wise. But I do get you. That sounds like really cool.
It is. It like they're in purgatory, correct? So like it's not too.
Any kind of mini cutscene would easily just like explain. I mean, it's just like a lot of wasted potential.
They are in like a different dimension, but like when it comes to this, it's like. They're not dead, so like Afterlife wouldn't really work, and the spirit animal thing wouldn't really
the thing
work
is
all that much.
I never liked the shield key. Even when I was playing it at Treyarch, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like I really hate this.
It takes so long to kill a zombie. Like it takes a good 30 seconds to kill a zombie, probably more.
You're just
Before like Black Ops 4 came out, we got little to nothing about Classified, and to see how that map turned out, it was sort of like you always like didn't know what was happening on that map. Like you always had to wake up the next day to see what the hell's going on with Classified. You know,
the only thing we got of Classified was the leak that came out the day before Black Ops 4.
Man, I cannot believe that a map that they didn't even advertise is my second favorite compared to two maps that they.
Well, I can see why, because it wasn't advertised. So what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Like, how are they gonna do this?
But it's like usually they push their best, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I understand why they put 9 first. 9 is easily the best. Like it is so well thought out. There's so many great themes onto 9. Voyage. The fact that it's the start just it kills me. Like it's such a weak start for the Chaos storyline in my opinion.
It really turns the table on, you know, look at Black Ops 3, how we loved, you know, in the beginning, people were loving the Giant, weren't even giving Shaz people a chance. They're like, and then now watch, we're gonna go back. This podcast, Jack brought up Sensible Noshima. We're gonna start bringing up Voyage a lot more as we're going on, because watch, like Blundell said, things that they hate, they'll make us love it in a snap, like randomly, like Voyage is bear, it's back in this map. Listen, if they do another one of those maps where it's like all the maps in one, I am going to take a fucking. I don't know. I might have to put like pin needles in my balls. I don't know what
I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. They're not.
I feel like a cheap version of Revelations.
If I do it again, it's just gonna be repetitive.
It seems like the DLC 4 is going to be the Great War. That's that's what it seems like.
It is definitely gonna be the Great War.
That's something they're not gonna fuck up. They're gonna.
And I don't think they're gonna finish the Chaos story in the game. I think they're gonna finish it in like shit.
Well, no. I don't think it's gonna be comics. I think it's gonna be the premise of Black Ops 5, right?
Well, probably.
And that's the thing, because if Ether ends here, most of the viewership ends here as well, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So
I do see it ending this game though.
I see it too ending, but that's why I see like Activision, like they're also like they're gonna creep up. They're gonna be like, listen here,
we need you to stretch this stuff.
We have a Treyarch coming up, and our pre-orders aren't going.
I can see them actually.
You want to like put in like transit? Remember?
I can see them stretching it because like
call it Depot of the Damned or something.
Zombies Chronicles 2, in my opinion, it's bound to happen. It is 100% happening.
Like what I think they're gonna do with the Aether story is they're gonna end it, and then they're gonna do ZC2. And then after that, they'll probably start a comic book series on what happened after the Great War for them. Like their story, maybe them going back to their families somehow or something.
Well, with how well ZC1 sold, I mean, it's kind of like inevitable. Like even if they don't want to, Activision's gonna be like, all right, we'll find someone who will make a Zombies Chronicle 2 because it made us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is like, if they're releasing remasters already, what is it gonna be? Like, is it gonna be like
Call
if
of
it's
Duty,
if
most
it's
likely.
anything with chaos, it's not gonna do as well as the first
Not
one.
gonna do good.
No.
If it's I don't know what it'd be like.
They can't sell nostalgia as much.
There's two things that I can think of. There's one thing where it'll be like a huge blackout zombies experience. It'll be something completely revolutionary, or it'll be like an actual zombies campaign. So you start the game off and it's knocked, and you go, and it's like an actual, like it brings you through from knocked all the way to whatever the end, to the Great War.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That actually sounds awesome.
That would
can,
be crazy.
I don't like, I do see them making more nostalgia maps, because if you look at Blood of the Dead the way I do, it's basically just a nostalgia map. There's story on it, but basically the entire map is just nostalgia. That's it.
Yeah.
It's literally, you
It
can
sells.
base
It sells
the
better.
map. Yeah, you could just say, like, if you ever want to explain the map to somebody, just say, hey, have you ever played Mob of the Dead?
Yeah.
Basically, it's just that plus nostalgia. That's it.
If you think about that map, also look at the new areas they added in Blood of the Dead. The new areas wasn't all. I expected a little bit more new areas. You know, like when were we supposed to get like?
Well, people have talked about how, like, once you go to the other side of the map, you don't even have to go back. Like, you don't even need to go back across the bridge.
You only go back across the map to get the quick revive perk if you have it over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do like the power step or some shit.
Or magnet gat.
And also, also the what else? The fact that what you call it? What the hell was I going on? There was a great point I was gonna go on here. The fucking
oh, sorry.
Fine, Blood of the Dead, blah blah blah. I forgot. No, but yeah, no,
we're talking about the spawn room. And...
Oh, yeah. But we didn't even get to the fucking bridge. We did not touch the bridge that game. We didn't touch the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
What they do with the bridge, I don't know. But I would like to, you know, mess around on the bridge a little bit if it's gonna be
the most iconic part of
the thing is though. I remember playing Blood at Treyarch, and I looked out the window and I saw the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm like, we're not going there. I knew it.
Really?
I knew it because
you can see the ways deep and stuff like
that. Yeah, it was not rendered in, and I was like, we're not going there. And I was like,
that bridge is basically like PhD. It's literally just a
so close.
It's just a cock tease. That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not going there.
And also, like, to add on, like, the whole catwalk is another like thing that we never really use. That has to do with spawn, because like the only thing I ever use that for is Golden Spork, and I hate where they put the Golden Spork too, because like it's so like the catwalk is so tight and it's like hard to do anything in there.
My other thing is like, why did they nerf shit that was already great? Like what happened to the Hell's Redeemer?
What did they do with Magmagat?
Magmagat,
they didn't touch Magmagat? I heard they touched Magmagat.
No, it's bad high rounds now.
Yeah.
The Magmagat's bad high rounds, but the thing that they fucked with is the acid gat. Like,
why is that so trash now? Yeah.
Why even bring it in the game if it's not even killing zombies past like round 15?
Yeah.
I never even build the acid gat anymore.
Especially, it's not worth it. There's no point.
Unless like you're just fucking around, just go and build the acid gat. Just
unless there's some Easter egg set that we haven't found, which this employee might have leaked, then I will never use the acid gat ever again.
No, never. I don't know why. Like this game, literally, if Black Ops 4 was a disease, it'll be fibromyalgia. That's what Black Ops 4 would be. Black Ops 4 would be fibromyalgia, because anytime you play, your bones ache, and then the second point, they're fixing things that aren't broken.
Yeah, that's the major thing.
They're fixing things that aren't broken in the game.
I mean, like the acid gat is just another point towards how like the map is nostalgia. Honestly.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, put this in the game, even if it's like it's not even worth getting.
Well,
it's like
they brought it back just to bring it back.
Yeah.
One of my major complaints is Fantastical made a great video on this. The way the zombies run.
Oh hell yeah!
The tracking is really bad on Voyage too.
The tracking and like they're like sticky and stuff.
And
like
you can't even like train in Warrior Juke because they just like reach.
Because Blunda was saying also too, he made a little hint. He goes, "I have a factor where I can split the zombies up any second." Maybe he was giving those hints, like he's saying, "Hey, listen, Black Ops 4, we're gonna be mixing some shit up." They're
Yeah.
mixing
Just
some
like
shit up.
why?
Honestly, like it reminds me so much of World at War because like when you get hit now, you basically just you're frozen.
Black
Yeah.
Ops 3 Zombies to me, if you go back to play it now, it is so easy. Black Ops.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to come back and try it
Power
out.
bombs and stuff like that. Oh my god. Now listen, I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. I didn't plan for this long of a podcast, but the whole thing is if you got scammed buying Black Ops 4, getting scammed. Now here's the thing.
Right.
To me, you get scammed off a fucking, a scam likely call. You get scammed when you pay for something that you never get. You get scammed when you are not paying for something that you're giving money for. You bought a game, in my opinion. You bought a game, you bought Black Ops 4, you bought the game knowing what game modes it has. Nobody told you you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who are saying they got scammed by buying Black Ops 4 don't like the game. People who like Black Ops 4, anybody who likes a game is never gonna say they got scammed. But I swear to God, this is the first time I've been hearing "scam" being used in a sentence at the buying a video game.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
Milo
Milo's
explained it
video.
really well though. Like they
Milo
sold their
said it very
product, but it's like the in-game factors like the plasma that's just it's rough because it's like $5 to do one spin and you get like a
That is an
talisman.
actual
great.
scam.
And once
That
you get
is
the
an
talisman,
actual
you go
scam.
into a game and you blue screen on round 8. That talisman's
I
gone.
have like 500 million plasma. I just don't use it. I mean, I just keep it.
Mega, like, and also the other thing, I did my first Mythbusters checking if closing app and mutation uses elixirs. Day one they didn't, and I checked today. Now they do.
Wow.
Mutations uses elixirs, and closing app still uses elixirs.
Interesting.
Wow.
So
Mutations too.
and mutations, yeah.
Get the
Wow.
It's and the reason why I think they added it to mutations is because you can still earn Nebulium from mutations.
Yeah.
And
Why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? Like, why
don't
are
know.
they making these changes?
So there's like when you look at it, there's absolutely zero incentive to use a Mega Elixir.
Do you think that QA tester, they were like in a meeting, he's like, hey, we should bring back Speed Co. He's like, get out. Just get out.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
Literally, when I died on Classified, I heard the music. I was like, "Oh, this is some Godfather music right here." So I make the Godfather intro. I'm like, I'm holding fucking Speed Co. I'm like, my boy. And I'm like, literally, I'm gonna have to make this fucking skit if there's a fucking Speed in the fucking game.
you guys can imagine how we felt when before the game.
Oh yeah,
We couldn't say anything, but the rumors were just jug, and we were just laughing. We were like, guys, wait until they realize it's like 3 out of 4 OG perks that are just not in the game. And like the build that we played on didn't have the quad pap, or at least it didn't say it. Didn't have the quad pap, didn't have like a lot of the stuff was really weird and buggy.
Did you like X any of the devs? Like I know you said Blundell explained why he did the perk system he did, but like, did any of you guys like X any dev like the concern like for the future?
Well, and I think the thing is like when we were playing the game, we could tell they were concerned because Blundell was with us a lot of the time, and he's like, "Hey, so how you feeling about the game? Like, what should like he's just trying to gauge everybody's opinions, and everybody just kind of came to the conclusive answer of like, it's fun, but the thing is, it's so different that this community, because it's based off of nostalgia, is gonna be fucking like just unrivaled anger.
How do they handle that?
When you put
and they were like, well, that's understandable, and that's kind of the response that they wanted. They wanted to mix things up, but like at the end of the day, is that like in some aspects that are broken, like the perks, I understand that, but was that the right call for stuff like the Asagat, for stuff like the Redeemer?
Things you didn't have to touch.
Yeah,
that's why we say whenever Milo talks to Jason again, if they do like that lightning round again, it's gonna be really interesting to see like what he asks him, or if he's gonna even like talk about that kind of stuff.
The thing is people forget to realize that the common Joe on zombies is very bad.
Casual.
They down even like you say Black Ops 3 is an easy game, but for the majority of people, Black Ops 3 is tough, you know? And I was thinking about that. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna go onto this game and have 150 HP initially and be like, bro, they're not even gonna get past round 4.
And put a cutscene at originally around 250 fucking 5.
Yeah,
like
150 health,
there's,
get to
there's
250.
no way.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
actually
so shit
like,
at zombies that go down. Like before patch, like the dogs would fuck me.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
dog, the
dogs.
tigers.
pre-patch lions.
Yeah.
The first thing
Or
I played was
tigers.
Blood, and I went down like round 5 with 150 health and the freaking dogs.
I think they recognized that. They're like, hey, no one can even like open pack-a-punch, so we should probably bump up the health a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
fucking idiot. Put up the health.
I packed one for the first time on Voyage.
Every player in this game is not fucking Frenzy.
Yeah, Turbo, you
can't do this.
when have you pack-a-punched on Voyage yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, when did you pack-a-punch on
I
Voyage for
haven't.
the first time, Turbo?
I think it was the Vapor. The Vapor.
No, when?
Oh, when?
Yeah, when?
Oh, one.
Last week.
Last week?
I haven't. So
You haven't? You haven't even packed on?
dude,
I
don't.
I haven't played
I
enough
don't blame
Voyage,
you.
so
I don't blame you. Voyage is like literally JC saw the cutscene because I carried him through the egg like a couple of
Yeah,
second
by the
time.
way, that
The
was
second time.
you just carried them on your back. Like, come on.
I
You've
almost,
been blue screening 5 times a freaking day. Come on.
I almost
I
peed
got
my
you, brother.
pants when Noah fucking ended that.
Dude, I was dying. I was like, bro, like, at the back of my mind when he said that he was gonna quiz him, I was like, he's gonna fuck up.
And he just straight
I
up
know
disappeared
JC
from
is
Twitter
gonna
for
fuck
like
up.
3 days.
When Noah freaking ended game, that was the funniest.
Dude, that like Liam, me, and Noah, we were on a Discord call and we were just like reading Reddit and like saying how like everybody's like Noah's so
Oh,
deep.
yeah.
If Noah did that to me, I would never be his friend. He doesn't
like,
deserve to be my
No
friend.
wonder Noah's called Noah Snake.
It's just like, dude, like
Jake
the-
is fucking dog.
bro, the Reddit treats zombies so seriously. It is so funny to be reading that type of shit. It's
There
like,
was so many times I go on the Reddit and it's just like instant.
Toxic.
Boom,
There's a
fucking-
lot of witch hunting on YouTubers on the
Yeah.
Reddit too. A lot of
The
witch
Reddit
hunting.
is so toxic. Like everybody's witch hunting everybody there, and I'm always like, dude, it's just a game. It's
Yeah,
literally just a game.
dude.
We love each other in the community. At least be happy for once.
like and that's what we were saying to JC, like Liam and I, you know, like, would you rather have a memory that you would love to go back to and it's actually funny,
Yeah.
or would you rather react to some fucking shit
Yeah.
cutscene?
Exactly it.
Yeah.
You gotta change up the game, man. You
2D
gotta
Titanic in the background.
The only 2 things that are good about the cutscene was the archway that we saw and Bruno ending up being evil. That was like the only 2 things that were good about the cutscene.
Yeah.
I just think they fucked up, man. I
Yeah.
think they fucked up what makes Titanic, and it's the emotion.
Yeah,
I'll never forgive them for that. I will never
I
forgive
don't
them.
want to see like goes on the door hanging like help, and then you like shut up and you shoot it in the water.
Mhm.
Like,
You know what? One
I'll
thing
never
they could have
forgive them.
done, this may have been cheap, but in the boss fight, they could have easily had it to where if you take too long to beat the boss fight, you end up hitting the iceberg and sinking.
Or the ship just like slowly deteriorates. It's just like something simple that brings the map to life.
My thing is, they needed to make it more personal. Like, a lot of the egg, you have the fucking Sentinel artifact. Bring these guys back to life. Like, that
Yeah.
should have been a major component. And it's like, it would have been cool if you, like, actually saw somebody that you cared for and that you learned to care for throughout the Easter egg. And then all of a sudden, he just, something happens to him, and then you just want to fucking beat somebody up.
That's
You
it.
know? That's all they needed to do, and I would have been like, dude, this is great. Like, this is great storytelling, but like they just missed it. They missed the mark, and like, and that's why I think the Chaos storyline suffers. And like, I know at least when I was talking to Liam, he's like, what immediately puts me off from the Chaos storyline is that nothing ever happens that they do
During
during what they do, because time stops. They do all the zombies, blah blah blah, and it's done. And he's like, why should I give a fuck about that? Like, why should I care? And I'm like, dude, that's an excellent point. Like, if it never happened, then why should I care, right?
Yeah,
So,
like honestly,
that's
if they're gonna make
a big
this,
point.
if they're gonna make this a good story, they should at least have like have it to where like what they do changes the
It
history.
has some interesting concepts like prima materia and like how it is like the ruler, like, or how it's like a substance that can become all powerful. But like, does it really matter if this is all fake, right?
Yeah, like it really like that's what I will say too. Like 9, like, am I wrong when I say this? Like 9 really just doesn't make that Diego's fucking not dead. Diego's not fucking dead.
Well, that's what I mean. We see him dead, and it's just like,
yeah,
okay, he's gonna wake up.
He's literally no physical like connection.
Sniffing one of those fucking vapors, doing what he gotta do. What'd you go? We can be going on with this all day, all day. I do want to bring up one thing before Jack gets on to the would you rather first segment of we're gonna get to it, don't worry. But Lex, first of all, how you doing so far? Having a good time here so far?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, chat! Chat!
Go, chat!
All right, we have here now. I put the link in the Discord chat if you guys do want to see that.
Oh no!
So
What is this?
So I saw this on Twitter. Right? I saw this on Twitter, and I said to myself, "What in the fuck is this?" Now you can see on the screen right now. Okay, you can see on the screen. This giant skinless human body puppet in Melbourne is your one-way ticket to Nightmare Town. Dude, literally, okay? People in this fucking podcast, okay? I thought this would be a great one for Lex, because Lex, look at this right here. So I want to explain to you what this is. This is in Melbourne, Australia, okay?
It moves! Oh my gosh.
It moves. Bro, listen, there's pictures. The eye. Okay, so now here's what it does. Right, so we're gonna play the video right here. Is it on the stream? Very nice, very very nice.
What the?
Okay.
Is
this
that
puppet is
does this thing have a fucking tit? What the hell?
26.5 meter puppet dies from a falling brick and then gives birth. Baby feeds from breast, which detaches.
Oh my god!
And squirts milk at kids. Huge heart jumps out of puppet's open chest and starts dancing around. Parents across the world have a mixed reaction. No fucking shit. If my baby sucked inflatable tit, it's squirting milk at kids. It's squirt, and then I'm making a black baby.
Bro, I'm so confused. This is the thing, right? How like fucking terrible are your parents to bring you to this, dude? Like how fucking
I would be scarred from this.
I gotta ask, how terrible of your parents to make a kid that would make this motherfucker?
Imagine designing this.
Imagine designing this. You would have nightmares.
Look at who's sending their kids to this?
Whoever made this thing's a
fucking wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Dude, this is the wackest thing I think I've ever seen.
What is it doing?
Bro, of course this is in Australia. There's no way something like this would
only in Australia. I'm not surprised that this is in Australia. I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the South too.
He's just squirting on everybody. What the hell? Bro, that is so weird.
What the fuck have you shown us?
You're welcome. You're welcome for showing
Fuck you.
No, but that's one way to stop kids. Wait, that's one way to stop kids from having sex. Creepy giant puppets reenact childbirth in excruciating detail in the most bizarre sex education show ever.
Oh, this is supposed to be educating.
I no longer want to lose my virginity. Keeping it.
This is very very educational.
The thing is like. I'm an arts major, right? I'm in arts.
Good for you. Go make a project on this.
But this is the thing. I know like a lot of people that would see this and be like, this is something that everybody needs to see. And I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up. This is so whack. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's weird.
What made you get into majoring in arts?
So I actually was an economics major, but then I was like, fuck econ, right? Because that's just terrible.
Numbers.
Numbers don't make a law. But yeah, I don't know. I did really well in high school with sciences and math, and like that's something I do want to pursue after YouTube. But I just wanted to do something that was like completely not me, and I was just like, oh, let's just do arts. And like
throw a dart at a dartboard. Just
I'm
do it.
like that's why it's so funny, because when I see this, I know a lot of my university friends, and they'd be like, bro, this is inspiring.
This is
Oh no, yeah.
And I'm like,
I love the fucking spirit. I love the spirit that comes off of
the
the
blue represents.
Honestly, I gotta say college is like the hardest thing to find out what to major in, because I have like so many ideas. I can do graphic design. I can do video editing.
all I gotta say, do something. Go into something. If you don't like it the first year, switch. You find whatever.
I'm gonna
Just
start with
make sure
recording
you
arts
go
and
into
shit,
something, right?
I'm gonna start with recording arts, and if I don't like it, I'll probably go into graphic design.
But like, god damn, this is disgusting.
That's insanity. Insanity. Well, people, we have something fun here. Lexi's, you know why I said that? I said Lexi's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal. He'll love it.
You know, Lex is that type of guy, you know. He does not have the extra fry.
But Jack, you can take.
I've prepared a couple of would you rather's to end the stream on more of a light note. It's zombies. It's zombies themed. Would you rather? Some of them are a bit out there. I'll be honest.
I'm frightened.
Sure.
I don't know about you, Lex, but I'm frightened.
I've heard some crazy things.
So here's how we'll go to make it clean. We'll make it nice and organized. We'll have Lex answer first because he's the guest. He got fucking court
Sure.
and then we'll go near me and then Jim.
Okay,
I kept them all pretty much zombies themed. Some of them are difficult, some may be pretty one-sided. Okay, so the first one is would you rather have Shaw as your roommate, you know, making cocaine and whatnot, or have the Shadow Man as your roommate, you know, plotting the end of times? Shaw, Shadow Man.
Well, see, I think there's a quote by Shaw where he's like, he blew up his lab.
Making.
So I'm gonna take that as a hard no.
You take the Shadow Man.
I'd rather take someone who's sitting there with his, like, all I can see the Shadow Man doing right now is the Shadow Man on blackout doing the homunculus shuffle. I'll take that in my room. I don't care.
You'll take Shadow Man. Even if you're like, you just wake up one night, he's like looking in the mirror, like he's like slowly transforming.
He's got the sun Mickey. I'm just like,
you're like, dude, just keep it down, man.
Chill out with your Potkins.
Shadow Man as well.
You're going with Shadow Man too,
bro?
Really?
Shaw, yo, I cannot.
Shaw reminds me of like that creepy fucking molester you see on like Pixel 11 News. Like you see him with the thing there, like, oh, I love 2-year-old girls. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, go on me a day. What does he have? That Christmas medallion thing he has on his chest? Shut up.
That's how I think of Shaw.
Honestly, I would have to go with Shaw. I would have to go with Shaw because I'm not gonna live with
crazy.
I'm not gonna live with somebody that has tentacles coming off of his face and is probably gonna whisper in my ear some creepy fucking shit while I'm sleeping.
You might
and try to stick the summoning up my ass.
You're absolutely insane, dude.
All right,
like,
I'm not about to be Thanos out of this fucking world by
somewhere, you know, he might be pushing those tentacles somewhere. You don't even want to.
The Shadow Man's just like riding at his desk. He looks up. He's like, "So, how would you feel if I just destroyed Europe?"
Have an octopus man than whatever the hell Shaw is.
Guys, imagine this. You would not want somebody in your house who could kill you because you didn't do the laundry right.
I feel like
but that's both of them. That's both of them.
Yeah, that's both of them.
True.
But you're saying like this frail old man.
Just give you a stink bomb.
You're saying this frail old man versus the ender of worlds, you know?
Well, I already live with somebody who's a lot like Shaw, so it's cool. I'm used to it.
All right, we'll move right along to the next one.
What about you, Jack? What would you do?
Honestly, I would say Shaw too. I don't know. He's just like this frail dude versus like the man who like can like end everything.
Lex, imagine this. You have a fucking immortal being living in your house, but you also have Shaw, this frail dude.
Shaw's just low risk.
Bro, listen. No. This is the thing. Y'all aren't thinking endgame, right? If I have
endgame,
at least I could be like, yo, don't kill me. I'm your roommate. And he's like, I got you.
No,
he's
that's
like,
why he'll kill you.
Like, I made you mac and
eat
cheese.
All the food. You always do the well in the living room, trying to watch Family Feud.
If I got the Shadow Man,
all the dicks.
well, I'm good.
Fuck off.
You'd bunk with the Shadow Man. Okay.
I've definitely.
Would you sleep top bunkers or low bunk? Which one?
Oh, dude, top bunk for sure. There's
Oh,
no way.
I'm not.
There's no way I'm letting that dude sleep above me. There's no way.
Well, no. But if he sleeps below you, he can like fucking poke a hole through the freaking. He can just poke a hole.
Well, I would imagine he would lie down. So I wouldn't imagine he would sleep standing up straight.
Oh god.
No, how he sleeps is he's just standing up in the corner. It's all dark. He has his tentacles going on and little nightshade around his eyes.
Okay.
And a couple of next to him.
We'll move on to the next one. With this lively debate. Would you rather only be able to play World War II zombies for the rest of your life, or eat an entire stick of butter in one sitting once a week for the rest of your life?
Butter is going in my
taking that
hand.
butter, you're just eating that butter with one meal a week, just whole stick.
Doesn't matter how you eat it.
See, if it was eating a whole stick of butter once, maybe.
You wouldn't take a butter a week.
But wait a second. Can I melt the butter on popcorn?
That's a good idea. You know.
Because if that is an option, I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
Popcorn sold separately, Deluxe. It wasn't in the question.
That is true.
But hey,
you can melt it, but you can't put it on popcorn.
But hold on, you said just one stick of butter a week. It doesn't matter how you eat it.
I didn't say it matters.
So okay, this is my answer.
So you can put it on popcorn.
If I can put it on popcorn, I'm taking the butter.
You're taking the butter.
If I can't put it on popcorn, you're
playing Final Reich until your last days.
I'm playing Final Reich until my death. Yeah,
that's tragic. That's a tragedy.
It's tragic, but it's the way it is. If I eat butter, I'm just gonna.
You taking the butter, Turbo?
A piece of lard.
I feel like Turbo would do that for a video or something.
Oh, of course. I'll do it.
Just eat a stick of butter.
Yeah,
I'll take the butter either way. I don't care how. I'll just eat it. Okay.
All right, butter's the majority.
Butter is the majority.
Anything besides World War II. That thing's no.
All right, number three.
Number three. Would you rather professionally play Call of Duty Zombies on the Wii or the Nintendo DS?
Oh shit!
Like create content and everything.
You give me fucking nunchucks, I'm there, bitch. I'm there.
You're there with nunchucks.
I gotta be honest, Nintendo DS has quite a selection of zombie maps that are exclusive.
No, but like you can play any map like on that platform.
My DS game is Cooking Mama.
Like you can take that DS, go somewhere, and play Blood of the Dead.
So
the carrots, I remember that game, Cooking Mama.
I honestly listen. Before I got into Call of Duty, I was a Nintendo guy and I did everything on the Wii. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going with Turbo on this one.
You going with the Wii?
Even
if you have portability to play wherever you please.
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm going Wii.
I would play Wii, and I can kind of imagine Lex just killing zombies, just doing this.
It could be really fun.
Just showing the zombies doing this.
I got I put in there. Living like a fucking Navy SEAL.
It's more immersive. It's way funnier. Wii.
Okay, so the Wii is
the
majority
DS, you're
vote.
on a little damn stylus.
The DS, you're fucking in a laundromat.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're agreeing on Wii. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, second to last. Would you rather use fresh start on your level 1000 master prestige, or sell your bed?
Sell my bed.
Sell your bed. Just don't got a bed anymore. You can't buy another.
Bed?
No, you can't buy another. You just gotta sell it. And you're done with beds. You're sleeping on the floor.
Well,
there's a couch.
There's a couch, but. Honestly, listen. You know what I'm gonna say is because prestiging and zombies literally means nothing. I'm a fresh restart. That
you
bitch.
fresh restarting?
I love my bed. I love my bed.
What are we talking about?
Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3. I don't give a shit.
Black Ops 4.
I love my bed.
I'm fresh restarting. I'm fresh restarting. That's what
I'm fresh restart my life, dude.
My back, so my bed has fucked up my back, so I'm going.
You're gonna reset, or you're gonna sell your bed.
I'm gonna get that eraser.
Turbo's laying on the floor. Still got clout.
Some extra money? No,
honestly, guys,
Eraser code. I'm gonna go all for it. I got it.
Don't sell your bed ever, because if you sleep on the fucking couch, it's gonna fuck your back up. Just trust me.
I got a really comfortable couch.
My back's already 1 foot in the fucking banana peel, 1 foot in the grave, so it's all right.
I gotta agree. I can barely stand nowadays.
We'll die in 50 years, guys. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, this last one's gonna be tough. I won't lie to you.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather? Okay. You guys spent this romantic weekend in the Bahamas, but would you rather be there with Lex's girlfriend Jessie or Jessica, or Russman?
Oh,
it has to be a romantic weekend.
Shit.
Very romantic. You got Russman.
I just picture Russman with that one sandal walking on the beach,
complaining.
Oh, fucking breeze.
Wow.
Let's think about this one.
Yeah, because like the thing is Russman doesn't really have a personality though, does he? Like,
don't forget what happened.
I mean, he is cool, but he just always just be talking about Broken Arrow.
Date, right?
I mean, Lex, listen, if you give me your blessing, I'll take on a nice.
Same here, brother.
Nice little Panera bread. Nice little Panera.
Listen. They say love is based off the personality, right? Actually, I say that. So, so honestly, man, I think I'm gonna go for Jessica, man.
Jessica.
Russman,
honestly, if you would give me a blessing, I'd go for Jessica too.
Dude,
what if he's got like some secret romantic game?
Chat, we'll take a 4-way on Jessica. It'll be great, dude. It'll be great.
We'll swap. Don't worry. We'll swap shifts.
Russman would be fun. I feel like Russman would be fun for like the first couple of days, but then it's just like he's just gonna be talking about the same shit over and over. And it's gonna be like, chill the fuck out, dog.
He's just gonna be like talking about Broken Arrow the entire time, getting who you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, nah, dude.
He's like, hey, did I tell you who I used to work for? You're like, yes, Russman. Yes.
Yeah, dude. It's been about 5 freaking times now.
I can stream with her. I can fucking do like. There's so much more variety. So,
yeah.
Gotcha.
That's your answer.
Right.
Lex, let me just say this, Lex.
Yes,
You
sir.
have been amazing, okay? You have been an amazing guest on the It Is What It Is podcast. I just want to say before we do go, guys, don't forget, if you guys are new here, click that like button, also subscribe for a lot more It Is What It Is podcast every single Saturday right here on the channel, and a lot more Call of Duty comedy content on the channel as well.
Click the bell.
That's
Click
it.
the bell.
Click
Click the bell.
Roman at his last vlog was like, I guess there's like a bell I need to tell my audience about. Like, Roman. But no, but Lex, honestly, like you have to understand, we started this podcast like a lot of podcasts in the Call of Duty community. How many podcasts you see stick is not often. You know, Zombie is a huge example of a podcast that has a lot of, from John and Reed, a lot of inspiration and a lot of work and effort. And lately, this podcast has been on my, list to like really amp up. And Lex, when I tell you, listen, man, we were writing down guests who would have on. We would never expect you to be on. Listen, man, this podcast has been getting places. Yeah, honestly, this podcast has been getting places to where I didn't think it would ever be. And if it's not a people who are watching and we're just having fun with it and we're putting a smile on their face, that's one thing I feel like is missing in this community. This is the end goal, which is to understand the effort people make to watch your videos and stuff like that, and it is amazing. And Lex, I gotta say thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey, no, don't worry, bro. I listen. I love going on podcasts. I've been on so many. You can find some of the most random shit with me in it, and me just talking about whatever was going on. I don't know. Yeah. I like podcasts. I think they're fun. I think you can do a lot with them, and I think like I'm excited. Listen, I'm very excited to see how like Turbo goes, how all your channels go.
Thanks,
like. Yeah, like I'm waiting for Black Ops 4 to end, because after Black Ops 4, in my opinion, it's gonna be what's everybody gonna doing, where's everybody gonna be going? Because personally, I think after Black Ops 4, if there's not anything that hits my interest, I might piece the scene. I might be doing my own thing. I might go, it's whatever. Life will bring you wherever.
People understand. Listen, you gotta live a life. You're living a life, and you gotta
be happy with what you do.
Exactly. Lex, listen, what can people be expecting from you? What do you got going on in the future?
He knows.
right now,
not
motherfucker.
being home. So I'm actually leaving this flat
Yes.
that I'm in 2 days.
Wow.
So
Oh,
right
damn.
after this podcast, I'm gonna be hauling ass on a ton of videos that I have to make. But then after that, I'm gonna be making a shit ton of videos. Probably not gonna get any sleep. Don't worry about it.
Relatable.
Don't worry about it. But and then yeah, I think I'm actually going to be gone until the end of November. I'm just gonna be doing my own stuff. Gonna be gone. I don't think I'll come back until beginning of December. But I'll have videos every couple days.
Yeah.
I won't be streaming though. I'll have videos every couple of days. It'll be really good. But if there is a Nuketown Zombies map that comes out in November, it's been real. It's over.
Before
You are definitely leaving if that shit happens.
You're gonna see me uploading shit on like fucking Voyage and 9. Everybody's playing Nuketown, and I'm just gonna be looking at my phone like, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's looks good. I do want to get these donations we got. Fat Matt donated $1 saying, loving the podcast, boys, shining a lot of new light on YouTube for me, and it motivates the shit out of me. And by the way,
There you go, brother.
Hilarious. He really is. And
He is.
Tim Hansen, by the way, congratulations on 100K, man.
100K.
My man's.
How you doing, Tim Hansen?
Tim, I gotta talk to you after. Don't worry, dude.
I'll make a business moves. Make a But Lex, once again, man, anytime you want to be on, let me know. And it has been it's been a great time, guys. You're not going nowhere. Watch the offline video when we go offline. Guys, come back next Saturday for the It Is What It Is podcast, 1 p.m. Eastern time. JackTheBus, Near Die, and I will see you in the next one.
Peace.
Ah!